Yeah, well, last session was, well, I was going to say straightforward, but not really. They went on through the sewers, going along their way to the place. Found a couple weird things here and there, one of which was a hole in the wall, which means immediately stuck his arm into. Found a nice big coin in there, and although something inside tried to stop him, with the rest of the group helping him out, managed to pull his arm out and retain his prize, which he does not want to give away now, which is par for the course of mange, but there's a bit extra on it. I continued on, got out of the sewers without much else extra, spending a lot more time than was needed to get out to climb up the ladder. And then, as they got up to the Gaol, they figured to send Alex on inside, since people don't tend to attack Alex out of nowhere. Just a minute.
Some sexy bit.
Alright, I'm taking over, chat. People don't attack Alex. What happened is that we went ahead and continued all the way, making our way to pretty much just trying to figure out how to climb a ladder. That was our biggest sort of a difficulty in that session, I would say. Rowan went ahead and climbed up. Everybody else climbed this ladder. It was a very, very good ladder. Once we got to the top, we ended up finding that we were in the Gaol, pretty much the prison of Mordheim. And with that, Alex decided to go on first because she has a magical aura with basically nobody is willing to go ahead and attack her because I believe of flirtatiousness. I don't really know.
It's a special thing I have called what is it called? It's called
Aura of Innocence. Something like that.
Illusion of Innocence.
Basically, she could passively say, "Hey, don't attack me," and people are just like, "You know, I'm not going to attack that." So she went ahead and went on in first into the cave, with our group slowly sneaking up behind. Once we once Alex got inside, she actually went ahead and found a little mutated rabbit, which was quite adorable, until it got cut in half by a chaos demon, a bloodletter.
Stab.
Which is, it got fucking cut. It got stabbed. So.
And I'd like to argue that this next part involving the rabbit, it was the most difficult part of the campaign today. I'd like to argue that.
That's fine. Understandable.
Argument overruled. Shut up.
Agreed.
All right.
I think Alex had the most strife.
Alex, shut the fuck up! Speaking here. Anyways. What happened was that a couple of, after hearing Alex's scream about a demon, Rowan attempted to charge in there to try and help her, but a little chaos spawn said hello and almost smacked him on the head. That was when a combat ensued where a chaos spawn attacked us from the roof. It was quite the battle, and Rowan managed to sneak on inside and cloak Alex from the inside and could distract the bloodletter, lean outside. All while outside, another chaos spawn happened, which is a giant mutation corrupted by evil forces and pretty much an eldritch being that once was a normal mortal like yourselves. What happened was that I believe after smashing one and Rowan screaming, "Demon, demon, demon!" We had our fellow mage, Merrick, decide he didn't want to deal with that, so he called a meteor from the heavens to destroy the ever-living fuck out of it. Luckily enough, it hit the demon, but unfortunately did not do enough damage to truly destroy it. With that, combat ensued, where Mange turned into a giant abomination that started eating the Chaos Spawn, and it was Solomon, it was Siegfried, and it was Rowan, all using their magical weapons to stab the ever-living shit out of that demon. The demon was a very, very tough battle, but in the end, we managed to slay it. And somebody in the chat put in a narrative decision. Something hopeful happened after the battle, which Alexandria went ahead and found out that the rabbit that had been stabbed, if I got it correct, Alex.
Yes, you did.
had been somewhat survived, being stabbed by pretty much the god of war and Blood's demon, which is quite ironic. So, yeah, after that, I believe our party reconvened at the entrance, and we are now delving deeper into the prison to figure out what truly brought this meteor to the city of the damned. Appears to me that Zach is still occupied. Anybody else can unmute themselves and we can have a casual chat.
Yeah, I'm actually going to take this opportunity to talk once again about the new system that we have in place, just for those of us who may be joining new. So I am not going to activate it just yet, because we aren't really into any of the meat of the campaign, and it's sort of intended to be like once we're actually, doing shit, and we just finished the recap, that's it. But we have a system using the Twitch channel points, where viewers like you, yes you, not you, you, yeah, that one.
Me?
You, and not you, you're in the campaign, shut up.
No, but someone in the chat said it. That must mean it's true.
Billand or Geddes or anybody else in chat who is not part of the campaign, you can utilize channel points to affect the game and its course. So, for example, you can declare that something hopeful happens, like what happened at the end of the last campaign, as Rowan discussed earlier, and we will interpret it in a way in the campaign, which happened to be that the rabbit was not dead and could be revived by magic, even though it was fucking scarred for life because it was almost basically dead. Your narrative declarations, however, do have to be generic and vague. Getting specific about what happens where is a little bit too much. Like, we sort of let it roll a little bit last time with stuff, but declaring stuff like a giant spider appears is actually a little bit too specific still, for what I was imagining at least. Something like a hostile creature appears, or a friend appears, or something like that. Some, like, generic, basic as fuck.
Or a turkey appears, because we did that too.
Yeah, that one was weird. A turkey appeared in the middle of the sewers. That's not what we meant.
And I shot it.
Yeah.
Instantly. I have a turkey now.
Yes, we're going to be eating that at some point. We may have to eat it
Gonna make
during
a
this
good
campaign,
meal.
depending on how long it takes. But, yeah, so try and keep it vague. Try and keep it so that Zach can interpret it well within the confines of where we are and what would make sense. They are paused until we get further into the game, Finn. I'm going to unpause them in a little bit, but this is just me talking about it for later on. It is not right now, but it will be back. We also still have the system for Malal in place. Are you back, Zach? Or no?
Yeah, I did.
Alright, yeah. I'll talk about the Malal system in the text chat then. I'll let you take over. So we basically summarized everything that happened last session.
Yep.
Yeah, we come back in, do my scoping goes over the map from what happened last session. Yeah, so we finished off last session as these guys put down a regular demon of corn after dropping a meteor on it. Oh, sorry, comet. And yeah, the group were outside, ready to go in to the, what was once a door and is now kind of a hole in the side of the wall. So yeah, what are you guys doing?
What exactly happened out here?
Short rest. Oh yeah, you
Yeah, we did.
Down. And I failed all 3 of my will checks, so I still only have 16 HP. Fuck.
Well, it's plus your con as well, if you choose.
Oh yeah, I never did the short
I don't
rest.
need to take a
I
short
didn't
rest.
get my half health back. I didn't pass any of my 3 will checks.
It's you know what? Never
You
mind.
get great.
I'm just gonna let you go with your rules then.
Oh, so I only did the 3 that I would get by default for the first short rest. I didn't do any of the. Yeah, I get what you mean now. So I have 2 extra ones I can potentially do, right? Because my con modifier.
Big brain.
Oh, should I do a short rest for my one spell slot?
Finally.
Well, you can, but remember, your first rest you get 3 rolls, your second one you get 2, and then the third one you get 1. So you can
Yeah, I'm good.
use your best rest now, one thing, or you can give it.
Yeah.
One bonus action, one, you can definitely with them.
You're roboting real hard, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
So I get
Yeah,
half of my health back.
New computer, not new internet.
Yep.
So, I guess I should probably, like, kind of roleplay this. Alex just comes out and says, "Oh, what happened?"
Mange is at that point when she came back out, Mange would still be a giant. It would take a while, so
Yeah,
It was a
he
minute.
would just be like,
yeah, for like,
"What
Yeah, that-
just happened?"
Rowan's just like, Demon.
Yeah, I figured that part. Why is there a crater, and why is Mange suddenly tall?
Mange grabs another tentacle off of
Demon.
the fucking demon spawn and shoves it in his throat and sucks it down like spaghetti.
Meanwhile, Solomon is kind of disoriented as hell as he's now got 2 pairs of eyes and a second brain.
Yeah, and why
and then
does
he's
Solomon
almost
have a
proud.
second head? When did that happen? How did that happen?
Simultaneously,
About
both of the
3
heads
seconds
just
ago.
say, "We don't know."
It just happened.
Demon.
Alright,
Yeah,
I doubt
probably because of
that
the
last-
demon.
You know what? Probably some Nurgle thing.
Well, I did face it one-on-one until the others had time to help.
Fair enough. Anyways, I got this little cutie, and she just holds up. What is this bunny's name again?
I think Chet called it a raisin.
No.
Ryson.
Called it a
R-A-I.
raisin.
It was this.
Rice-
which-
Ah, that one, okay.
Oh yeah, it
And
means
the-
I thought it was
giant
like
in German.
I got this little cutie from inside there. His name is Ryson, whatever. I'm still
Ryson.
a bit shaken up. Ryson.
Say
His
it
name's
German, like.
his
Ryson.
name is Ryson.
There you go.
That is a good hair you have there.
Mange looks at it and licks his lips.
Mange, I
It's not
will
me.
shoot you, and I won't miss this time.
I love brushing
I don't think that will hurt him.
Ah, and he bites another fucking tentacle off.
Good
I
man.
think he's gonna be kind of hungry for a while. hide
Just
the
let
new
him
friend
eat
away.
that.
Yeah, I don't
Actually,
think he...
wait. Does that? Are chaos spawns safe to eat again?
Oh,
You've never tried.
Oh, great.
Oh yeah, the one time I did have those tentacles, I just fed them to animals.
Yeah, you also,
and
you
how those
also
animals
have,
are?
several of you also have like organs with eyes and stuff on them from the last chaos spawn you guys killed.
I still have
Yeah, I have
them.
a
I don't know
part
why
with a
you've been
tentacle
keeping
on
them.
it.
Yeah, I don't know why you've been keeping them, but you do have them somewhere.
Oh yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah, I literally have a couple of them listed on my fucking sheet.
so basically, I'm gonna wait until Mange is over with his little thing, and I'm just gonna continue to like cuddle Ryson here, and I'm eventually gonna go after like Mange is back and everything. I'm starting to accumulate a lot of pets. How's your hermit crab going, Mange?
Mange at this point is now shrunk down. The effect of
Yeah.
the
It's as
ring-
he's like in the middle of like chewing on this portion and you see him just shrink.
Yeah, so the first thing that went away was the effect of the ring because that lasts less time.
Yeah.
And then,
He shrinks
and
like
then-
by like a
so,
foot, keeps eating, and then shrinks again.
Yeah, so I shrink down to 8 feet and then I shrink back down to 5 feet. And then I stop feeling hungry about everything and I just pat my stomach and turn over and say, "What?"
Your hermit crab. You've been remembering to feed it, right?
Hermit crab? Ring thing! That thing! Enjoy
You
our
have
house!
been. You have been feeding it, right?
Things get scratched too. He scratches his ear.
Lord. Gods, why are you allowed with any pets?
Main
Who
Sword
would
just
stop him?
tilts his head at you. Pat?
Hey Mange, would I be able to barter that hermit crab away from you? I don't take
Mage just
offense
sort
to
of
it, but I don't
glares
trust you
at
with it.
Mage just sort of glares at you and says, "Trade shiny for shiny." Okay.
How much?
Mange sort of tilts his head to the side and back and forth and just sort of thinks about it for a moment. You can see, like, despite the fact that he's at like 9 intelligence grand total, his head is working like a mile a minute right now.
Remember, 9 is only a bit below average.
Yeah.
You're not like
He's a
retarded.
little bit dumb, but he looks like he's thinking like a genius. But it's mainly
Yeah.
because the only thing he's good at thinking about is collecting shinies and counting shinies. So, he sort of just thinks about it for a moment and says, "2 Warpstone."
Warpstone, not gold?
Both shiny. Both are shiny. He doesn't care.
How about I give you, let's say, 10 gold?
Mage looks at you. He pulls out his thing of Warpstone and takes out 2 pieces of Warpstone in his hand. Considering he's immune, it does fucking nothing. And
Yeah,
he
the first
takes
thing is you roll, but yeah, you got bolts.
yeah, his other bag, he pulls out and he tosses in 10 coins into it, and he sort of just weighs them next to each other, and he's just like, 15!
15? Alright, I can do that.
Good deal! Mange puts them back.
And then I toss him 15 coins.
Mange grabs every single one out of midair.
I toss them in a little sack. I don't just toss 15 golds.
No, I
Gold
imagine
to
you
you.
throw like 15 gold at him, sort of in a huff, and he just grabs every single one out of the air and doesn't give a shit.
Fair enough. We'll do that.
Dick roll, come on.
You guys
roll
like 4 and the
dexterity
rest
for that.
like scattered before.
Can we
I think it's
just like
15 gold, you're not catching those. It's 15 individual coins that she's just throwing towards you, you're not catching them.
She's got.
Oh yeah, you might need to make a dex check.
He doesn't need to make the test, he ain't succeeding. It's not really something you can do.
Yeah,
Oh, Lord.
look at those great successes. Yeah, I totally got no. Mange grabs
There's
like
also
a
some
couple of them
failures.
midair, and then the rest just sort of fall on the ground, and he grabs the rest of them really quickly from the ground and shoves them in his sack. Good deal!
About now, Mange, give me a lock on.
Uh-oh.
That coin's fucking you up.
Wow, I got lucky.
Yeah, so you feel this like wrenching pain from your gut, so you just can like force yourself through it. It's like, oh god.
Mange, go behind bush now.
Uh-oh. You shouldn't have eaten that.
Oh no.
Mange walks over to the bush and just crouches down behind it.
Just like,
Because for some reason, at some point, Alex probably taught him that, yeah, none of us want to see you shit.
The only one who probably wouldn't care is Solomon and the 2 out of Skaven.
Yeah, Mama just starts walking over with a bucket.
yeah.
Oh god.
As you go over there, expecting it to come out that end, but then just bleh, it all comes out the front.
Oh.
Oh, all right. Mange
Very
gets a
second
random chaos gift.
Okay. He gets a Nurgle one
I
then.
think that's what you would have gotten if you'd failed. I just would have been rolled twice and I picked the worst one.
What was the number for the chaos gifts again?
400 and some 425.
Wasn't that an older one? Weren't we at
I
like
thought it was
437?
437.
Double check.
Well, that's the one that I got. Unless I forgot to upgrade this between getting the computers.
436. 1d436. Yeah, that's what it was last time.
Well, I have 26 to 36, so.
171. Well, that still works.
Yeah, I've only got up to 425 on my thing, so I'll have to figure out what ones.
I think you sent me your sheet at some point. I'm going to double check to see if that's the whole thing. Do you even have enough? Because Pippi didn't pop up with anything. I don't think so. You have to check your points, Billand. Toby. But yeah, go ahead. We'll see what it is in a moment and integrate it.
That is a gift of tongues.
Wait, can I speak multiple languages now?
You can speak any language. But you actually don't understand.
Oh my god.
Nice.
So mage can talk to anybody in any language, he just won't always understand what they're saying back.
Oh, lovely.
I just imagine Mange just going, follow Kunta, like speaking in dark speech. Ron's just like, what?
No, yeah, like so what you hear as Mange goes around the corner behind the thing before Mama can get over here, you just hear in like this cryptic fucking dark speech ass language him just saying,
Ron immediately.
Wait, did you learn demonic?
He learned
dark
he can
speech.
speak every language.
I can speak any language, so you just hear this in fucking deep speech.
Ron immediately turns around. He raises his staff. He's just like, "What is your name? What is your name?"
I just go to Void and I
Mange
just say,
replies in Queekish, "Calm down, man thing."
What is
Oh
your
god.
name? Ron's just like, "I'm not having another possessed rat, damn it!"
I just
Another?
Mange steps out of the thing and he turns around and in this time he's speaking in Elvish. He's just like, calm down.
Oh no.
He's just having like a short thing where he doesn't know what language he's speaking for a little bit. As this
Ron's just like, "What?"
Alex immediately says,
Mage hears
finally,
everything
he's become
in
civilized.
Queekish. So whenever Mage speaks, he will always hear himself in Queekish. He would just innately speak a language that the person understands.
Yeah, so
You actually
he's
all be hearing a different language. It's like Alex would be hearing him talk in Elvish.
I'm like, oh, finally, he's become civilized.
Yeah, no. No,
Ron,
he's still the
like,
same.
Ron begins slithering over, like raising up his warp stone staff, like seeing Mange just like follow it with his eyes, just like, oh. It's just like, yeah, that's the same old Mange. My goodness. What did you throw up there? Like Rowan's looking at the chaos spawn.
So
I
you
just-
see this pile here, and it literally just looks like, you know, that really super hyper pixelated censorship sign on the ground. That's all you see.
Yeah.
Just chunks of reddish tinge of the meat.
Oh, I see.
What's that mean?
Curiously, I turn to Void and I just say, did you hear what he said in demonic?
I spoke in deep speech, not demonic. They're different.
I don't
I
think
know,
they're
but-
different.
Yeah, there isn't really a deep speech in Warhammer. There aren't
All right, yeah. So
Gaol.
the closest equivalent, so it would be demon then. It would be whatever this thing could speak if it could speak, which it can, by the way, even when it was alive.
Yeah, it'd be demon.
Dark tongue.
Yeah. So he was saying my ass is on fire in fucking dark tongue.
So basically, Alex just kind of turns over to Void and says, did you understand that?
You don't.
Yeah, Wade nods.
Huh. Well, that's new.
Oh my god.
How's it look over there, Rowan?
I'm sorry. What did you say? I'm just a little bit. Zeech, what?
Rowan,
What are all the
It's-
languages that Rowan speaks at this point?
You don't know.
Yeah, I got a couple.
I-
Has
Come
he ever
on.
learned Dwarven?
Nah, not yet, lad. I should. I
He's
could
just
probably.
gotten some of the accent.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knows the occasional word from if you say something, they can be like, okay, what does that mean?
I'm just like, alright, now, as much as I'd love everyone to gawk at Mange like he's an idiot, which he is,
Mage is confused
I think
as to why everyone's staring at him so weird because he just hears himself in Queekish.
I think we should get moving into the castle. Maybe not me by myself this time, because that didn't end well last time.
Mage looks around and he's just like, "Oh yes, axe!" And then he goes over to Siegfried and gets it back from him. Because he had dropped it during the fight when he started to eat shit, and Siegfried had picked it up.
So, what does Siegfried do right there?
I would assume he would just give his axe back because it wasn't his. He was borrowing it for the fight because it was a magical weapon and Mange was only eating shit.
I know, but I know that kind of flavored it as something. His state right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so every time just like looking around, kind of like blinking slowly, and when you're like, "Hey, give me my axe," he just kind of reaches and hands it to you.
I'm
Just
like,
clearly,
He looks at him,
zoned out.
tilts his head, and just sort of shrugs.
Hey,
Starts walking ahead.
Siegfried, you alright?
Fine.
Alright. I guess we should get going.
You can see like his eyes aren't already focused, but like when you start moving, he'll follow you around.
Hold up.
Okay. Weird. I mean, it's not like he does anything else, but weird.
Wow, shots fired. That's rude.
He's not even here in person, goddamn.
Anyways, I'm just kind of like, alright, come on, let's go.
You said he's not normally like this? Really?
No, I mean, he usually does this sort of
Get
thing.
moving!
He's just a
Go
bit
do
more
thing!
vocal about it.
We
Yeah,
are
okay,
mad
okay, I'll check him later.
and just said,
For
"Listen,
once,
what do we do?"
we...
Well, we need to find the way to the lower levels. Unfortunately, they don't officially exist, and I could not find exactly where something is protecting them. So some kind of hidden entrance that will lead us down. I cannot say
Find
where
this
it
and
is.
got it. Mange starts walking inside.
It'll surely be somewhere on the lower level. Other than that, I cannot really say.
That's a good
Assumedly,
thing you
Skid
got some
Scratch
skill
screams
mutants
out
and
behind him
Taven
to
with you
catch up.
then. Ah!
Alright.
Roman slithers along, shaking his head.
Meanwhile, little
See you
Solomon
guys.
and Mama became one.
We
No.
are one.
No! Well, at least you'll have enough arms for all their heads now.
You guys start heading on inside. Get something in my throat.
Stop having things in your throat.
I just can keep trying to calm down the little bunny.
It's like just basically frozen and just sitting in your arms. So
It's alright, little Ryson.
It seems kind of like if you put it down, it will either follow you or run away. You're not entirely sure.
I'll just like, here, you can... I just kind of like, I think I have a good place for you. I kind of like... I try to like get out like some of the cushiony stuff in my bag and try to like make a little seam in it, and I just like gently place him in my bag with his head sticking out of the bag. Like, there you go, little bud.
It's everybody behind Alex just sees her going with this like bunny with a single horn coming out of its head just in her bag.
I swear if this thing eats us in our sleep, I can't blame you.
It's not food, and if you try to make it food, I will make you food.
Mange looks
That sounds
at
more like a
her.
proposition than a threat in his eyes, I bet.
Once again, you see that thing on his face that's just like this confused. What the hell are you talking about? I don't understand you. Like legitimate kind of expression, but he sort of just shrugs it off. Like Mange has only just known like rabbits and shit to be food. He doesn't understand this concept of pets that you seem attached to. Hence why he didn't even care about the fucking hermit crab before much.
Seem to care a lot about Crystal, though.
She's shiny.
Yes, she's very shiny.
Yes, she's
Just
shiny.
why he would care?
which is why you would carry us exactly.
Yeah.
Which is also why Mage isn't trying to peel off Solomon's skin. He's shiny, but he's worthless.
Aw,
peel
you
off
don't,
your
you don't
skin-
have to do
If
yourself
I tried
like
to peel
that.
off your skin, I would burn myself. Are you kidding me? That's why I'm not peeling off your skin. You're implying that Mange understands like the value of shiny things. No, you all seem to have this strange delusion. Mange doesn't understand that shiny things are valuable. Mange understands that shiny things are shiny.
Oh
that
man, it's a
simple.
good thing Solomon isn't a merchant. He would abuse that so much.
Yeah, basically, you got that at a steal compared to what I was asking you for, because 2 warpstone is worth much more than 15 gold.
To clarify, because I think someone in chat is a bit confused, he has acidic blood. Solomon has acidic blood, yeah. Yeah, I was about to say.
Well, we got a narrative declaration.
Some people
Ooh.
blooms.
I mean, they're going inside.
A cherry
So it
tree
happens
blooms
outside.
inside.
Yeah, so as you guys step inside, the tree behind you just blooms.
The tree that the
Oh,
spider
Lord.
was in just blooms and turns into a cherry tree.
The tree that you vomited behind just suddenly blooms.
No, that was a bush. Guy
Oh,
kept
you're
it
in a
right. That was a bush.
Yeah, so the roses come out fully into bloom, but seem to have teeth now.
No one said it had to be anywhere nearby. True.
Yep.
Yeah, somewhere on the other side of the planet.
Alright, so, where are we
There's
headed?
not even a climate that's just Japan. I can't remember what it's called, but that place would have cherry trees.
So,
Oh,
where are
the
we
Spring
headed?
Blossom Festival thing.
Yeah.
Where are we dropping, boys?
No, there's a Japan equivalent in fucking Warhammer universe.
You know, I think.
Yeah.
Nihon? Yeah. One of the. Yeah. You guys, yeah, you're heading inside the Gaol.
Escape.
What
Huh?
general direction are you going? So, how are you guys planning to search this place?
So, Mange is going to basically just be like, "Where lady find big demon?"
I just kind of point at them over in that direction. Oh, over there.
You guys get like down the hall, turn a corner, and you see one of the prison, the like jail doors is swung open.
Mange goes inside and is going to look around a little bit more.
They are tiny rooms. It's like enough room. It's basically every single cell in this place looks like a solitary confinement cell. It's like just enough room for like a bed and a bucket. That's basically all that's in there. So you step inside, you can smell like brimstone. Looks like there's like 2 like burn marks in the ground. But other than that, there doesn't seem to be any sign of anything in here.
2 burn marks and the smell of brimstone. Yeah, I think I know where that thing came from.
Hey, Zach, mind if I roll intelligence to kind of see if I can jog any memories of history of Mordheim relating to if this was the main prison of Mordheim, or if there were other ones inside the city?
You don't even need to roll. This is the Gaol. Alex lived here as well, so she would know. Like, this was basically the prison.
Only
Like, a couple local places where you'd like put drunk people for the night, but this was where anybody bad went. And
Oh yeah, wait, I lived here?
yeah, you lived here. Remember? You lived in Mordheim.
Oh, in Mordheim, yeah.
Yeah.
You would
You
have
lived in
known
Mordheim.
about the main prison of your city if it was this.
And so
Yeah.
would Solomon, and he lived in the goddamn sewers.
Yeah, when the comet hit, the whole place had a big crack down the middle, and about half of the prisoners broke out, and then they freed, well, most of the rest. Probably a couple got left behind.
Probably a lot who died when the building split.
Alex just kind of goes, yeah, I never expected to wind up in here. I expected to be threatened to wind up in here, but not to actually wind up in here.
Huh.
Yeah, I got into a lot of troubles, though, back in the day.
Only back in the day,
Well,
Solomon
I'm
shoots
with you
Alex's
guys.
side glance while asking.
I'm with you guys, so trouble kind of comes wherever we go. Thought that was a given. But
Why?
yeah, this place was for the worst of the worst. And sometimes for repeat offenders that they just want gone, even if it's petty. That's bureaucracy for you. Someone wants you gone, it don't matter how they get you gone.
Mange is going to step
Yep.
out of this dinky little thing and start going a couple cells down further. Can I do some sort of like inspect or something to see if I smell anything noticeable as Mr. Skaven?
Can roll a perception detection.
Yeah.
Hmm.
See if I smell anything like easily noticeable, but no
That's
face.
it in the air. Yeah, you can smell like that brimstone from there. The smell of like just like a building that's been left to sit on its own for a while. You also pick up some other smell that seems to just be in the air, but you don't really recognize. Do you have arcane law?
I do not know.
Well, intelligence with disadvantage.
Alright. So, I have to roll 2 die that are both less than 9, and nope, I have no fucking clue. The first one would have been nice, because I got a 6. I would have passed had it not been a disadvantage.
Yeah, if you start sniffing the air, and you can pick up this, like, it almost smells like somebody's like waving a pepper or something in front of your nose, like some kind of like spicy smell. Maybe a kitchen or something. Maybe they have some peppers somewhere.
Spicy food!
Spicy food, what?
Spicy food.
So, someone's living here?
Oh, Solomon tries to
good.
see if he can smell the stuff too.
Alex is just getting increasingly nervous
Um.
as they find out that someone might be here.
So, since I do have 2 heads, does this count as a detection with advantage, since that's what the head gives for perception and intelligence?
You're basically giving yourself help. You're basically helping yourself, so yeah, you get advantage on the detection.
Yeah, okay, I'm just putting those into advantage. Bump. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so you start smelling the air, and a lot fainter than Mange, since you just have the rat nose. Yeah, you can
Yep.
smell this like almost like spicy quality to the air, like somebody has like waved a bunch. Yeah, it's like somebody's like smudged the wall or something for a bunch of like hot spicy Doritos or something.
Do I
Try
smell
an
demon?
Doritos in Mordheim.
You can
Yeah.
try an arcane law, see if you know what that is.
Well, I do have an arcane and sacred lore, so let's see. Oh, sweet. That advantage
Yeah, you-
really does help.
Yeah,
It's
you
spicy, not
recognize this. Yeah, you recognize the smell. It's well, in your old warband for these guys, you had like a mage in there who would occasionally do these rituals
Oh, I wasn't in the
Like-
warband.
or do other
Quote
things.
unquote warband,
You
the
take
tribe.
tribe, yeah. Yeah, you had like a shaman wizard dude with you who would occasionally do rituals and stuff. And this place smells a lot like his ritual room would be after some of his things. They wouldn't always smell like that, but it would sometimes smell like this. And it smelled like what it would be after he like went in there to ask questions. You're not exactly 100% sure what that exactly means, but you can take some guesses. Doing when it's like get a question answered, and then the room would smell like that.
Smells like questions. That's how he tells it. That's how
What?
Salmon says it.
What?
Yeah, smells like questions.
Alright. Well, I guess that's the best place to go so far.
Can we
Let's
Okay.
see where it leads.
Follow the smell.
Emanating from?
It doesn't seem to be emanating from anywhere. It's as you take a smell, as you like take a move around a bit, smell the air. It doesn't seem to be coming from anywhere. It just seems like the air in here just has a slight smell to it. It has a slight spicy smell to it.
Weird.
And it's like it's very slight. You have to actually be like sniffing and trying to find something to notice it.
Okay, so there are actual people in here. If we do encounter
And
any
as
people,
Alex says, that you guys will hear just screaming. Just what sounds like a person screaming at you, just coming from like to your left, which there's like a bunch of cells there. You see the screaming coming closer.
I don't think that's good.
Yeah, Solomon prepares with his tower shield and longsword.
Alex?
New fight!
Alex prepares with her 2 pistols and shield.
Mange,
Rowan's
after a nice meal, is going to charge in the direction of the noise after you guys do your prep.
Well, it seems to be coming from like the wall in front of you. It's the wall to your left. It seems to be coming through the wall.
I
Then
think
coming-
we've got to go around Maine, or maybe it's in one of the
you're saying
cells.
that, you see this like slightly blue tinted but mostly see-through just figure burst through the wall. Just like arms forward, seeming like the fingers seem to end in claws. It's come running at you.
Oh,
They're
joy.
running. Rowan. No, Mange. It just comes bursting like through the wall, like straight through it, not leaving anything behind it. Just through the wall, going for Mange. What do y'all do? You got a reaction.
Mange is so it looks like it's hostile and it's going towards me, right?
Yeah, it's clearly some kind of ghost like lunging for Mange.
All right. Well, I have a magical weapon
Solomon's
now.
going to swing his sword at it.
Mange is going to swing his axe at it.
Right.
AC 20 with a magical weapon.
Alright. Yeah, so does everybody do your reaction?
Mine's pointless, so I'm not gonna shoot.
Let's see what this does. Something.
Oh,
20, AC 16, AC 20. Max
Yeah, that was just thing burst through the wall. You'll just swing at it like someone stabbing into it. Or like bring your staff down to smack it, and Maine's like swinging the axe to go through it. And you'll just rip through it, and the thing seems like split into like 8 pieces and vanishes.
ouch.
Okay, ghost. Well, I can't say I didn't expect that at a prison.
Zach, what did that ghost look like?
Looked like a
What
So
you
you
say?
didn't get a good view of it, but it seemed to be a human, but you couldn't really make out any more details than that as it just ran through the wall and you all smacked it.
Okay,
It was
got it.
the ghost of some kind of person.
I was wondering if we got any looks on its clothing or not. What? I'm asking that because I wanted to know if it was a guard or a prisoner.
Judging by the reaction, probably a prisoner.
Alex kind of alleviates her, kind of reassures herself. Maybe they maybe they only left humans here. Yeah.
So you guys might want to know this right now. We got a debuff and Carlos got a gift. And the debuff is going to affect a couple of you more than usual.
Oh boy.
This is the
What would
this
that
is the
be?
debuff. For next IRL 30 minutes, no enemy class abilities, so no rage spells, tricks, and techniques,
Who's
etc.
being affected by it?
So Rowan can't cast spells.
It's
So
one
who
person.
are you activating it on, Toby? You have to choose who you're giving it to. It's a debuff. So you can
Yeah.
choose to give it to us, or you can choose to give it to the enemy. It can be whoever you want, but it has to be one person. Also, Carlos has Demonic Screech now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's absolutely fine, because I don't have any uses of my fucking ability anyway. I didn't get any back from the short rest, so you just wasted it.
that'd be
Congratulations. Yeah,
F
my
in
my
chat.
ferocious rage, I didn't get any of those back.
Yeah, you
Boy,
you
you
have more
just
than
wasted point.
I used
Yeah,
multiple
yeah,
of
yeah.
them over the course of
Rowan had
getting
all his
here.
spells back. That would have been damaging, but you know what?
Solomon also has all of
I am
his
at
freaking
0
blessings.
out of 3 of my ferocious
No.
rages remaining. I used all 3 of them since our encounter earlier. So, since something
multiple-
earlier.
Uh,
Because it only lasts
more-
2 turns per.
and he's doing it again.
All right,
great.
so
Are we
I
allowing
roll a
this, or
Who this time?
Alright.
Roll the bone?
Yeah, we'll let him have a second one because the one he used on me is effectively useless. Number 3. So add demonic. So can somebody who has access to Carlos' sheet add demonic screech?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Bye bye, Rowan.
ooh,
What does
All right.
demonic screech do again?
1, 2, 3. Can emit a noise as a bonus action. Every creature but you within 30 feet must make a luck will check or be stunned until the end of your next turn. People who are warned can get advantage on the save. I cast darkness. A 15-foot radius of darkness spawns on and follows the currently acting character for 20 minutes in-game time. So we can only see 15 feet around us. Or we are blind within 15 feet of... I think Mange would be the appropriate person since he was the first to act. I don't know. It's up to you.
He went ahead and said
I
Rowan.
I just kind of
Rowan?
look back at Rowan, and I'm just like, what the
Okay.
hell did you do this time?
So Rowan cannot see within 15 feet of him. It's completely dark. Anyone within that 15 feet can also not see at all.
Yeah, so you guys just see like this ghost comes through, you guys kill it, and then everything just goes black.
And this
Because
is
you're-
also minutes. It specifies in-game time, so this is 20 minutes in universe, not in real life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
That's worse actually. Because 20
Lord.
minutes in real life, it would be gone in like that in game.
In game, 20 minutes can take forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the fight.
But basically I'm just like, oh, great. Cursed ghost. Well, let's move forward.
Won't be the last one we see.
So I wasn't paying attention because of all this shit going on in chat. Did we kill the ghost?
Yeah.
Yes.
We killed the ghost very hard.
How many hit points did the poor thing have?
You don't know?
Keep going.
Yeah, just got killed.
You should have
Alright.
smacked it to see what happened.
So it went straight through the wall.
It could have had
meaning that
point for you know.
the wall isn't broken. It went through it because
Yeah,
it's,
it came for you, then you would have smacked it and it dissipated. Just it's like scraping. Yeah, faded out. And
all right. So
Salaman is going to knock on the wall, see if it's hollow.
you knock on the wall and it feels like solid stone.
Hmm.
Scooby Doo this shit. Find the projectors in the walls.
Alright, let's keep going. Nothing we can do
this is
about
every
it.
single
Mine-
individual stone on the wall for the next 20 minutes while he waits for the.
Can-
Oh no, he was
No.
literally just looking for a hollow room behind a
I'm
completely
joking.
sealed off room.
I'm joking.
You know, like the people they kept
I'm
putting in
joking.
walls.
Anyway,
Moving on.
Yes. Let's keep moving forward.
yeah, we're going. So, is there further to this hallway into this prison area, or do we have to turn around?
It's at this level, it seems fairly maze-like. Like the corridor seems to split off at random, take weird turns. It seems to be built to confuse somebody if they try to escape.
All right. I'm going to do what I did last time we had anything remotely maze-like and see if I can just draw things on the walls to lead us back on the left wall as we go along.
Yeah, you just take out a dagger and just carve. You do the
Skaven symbol every single time.
yeah, the favorite triangle thing onto the walls.
And that's just to mark our path back so that we don't lose our way with this fucking maze-like goddamn prison.
Yeah. So are you guys trying to head in a certain direction, trying to find some part of the building? How are you traveling? There's a square block of a building.
I'm trying to find if there are any possible noticeable signs on the walls, maybe listing off blocks. Honestly,
Yeah.
any noticeable features.
So we got a narrative declaration.
Maybe any people? Because spells usually mean people. Unless it's a Tiznak, whatever his name is, demon.
Zinch.
A Zinch demon. Unless it's a Zinch demon, spells usually mean people.
It could be Slanesh or fucking Nurgle too, because they're not adverse to using magic. It's mainly Korn that doesn't like magic.
Fair. That's fair too.
Anything ranged he hates, basically.
He's adverse to magic,
Yeah.
except when he's not adverse to magic. He's fucking weird because he's Korn.
It's in 40k. He doesn't like magic, but he's fine with psychers. Because there's a distinction there, but in fantasy it's kind of weird. He doesn't like magic users, but sometimes he's fine with them.
Yeah, he's fine with them as long as they're in melee, I think. Anyways, Salman looks for ways down since we were supposed to find ways down.
Yeah, Merc said it would be some kind of hidden entrance, but he has no idea where it would be. It was hidden from him.
Mm.
So systematically search the place, try and find certain locations. How are you looking? And are you splitting up or are you staying in a group?
I think a group
Splitting
is
up.
best, since it's literally a maze.
And we have encountered a demon in here.
Yeah, there's been a bloodletter demon. We don't want to split up too much. We're sticking together. We're going to take like a formation with the main fighters at the front and back, and the more like squishy folks in the middle.
And the priestly dude with the fun aura of a armor class giving in the middle.
Absolute middle.
So basically, what do we find and how long does it take us to find it? Because we're just exploring.
Yeah, so you guys start like going around, like taking turns at random, marking your place, like trying to look around and search the place. And after a few minutes, you notice something. You guys just look, and this like very see-through, looks like a mouse. Seems to like come up from the ground. Like it's just digging underneath the ground, just pops up out of the ground. This ghost mouse.
Smiles and swings his axe. Unless somebody stops him.
Well, Rowan will stop him.
Mange, I don't think that's necessary.
He's gonna try and grab the handle, like as he's about to bring it down, slash.
No, sorry, I messed up. It's not a mouse, it's a badger. Sorry.
Fuck yeah! Stop!
Yeah.
Rowan
Yeah.
stops him. Just like the handle, just like no.
Seems like it dig its way up out of the floor. It actually has the motions like it's digging, but it just pops up through the floor.
Looks at the badger and says, considering he has his new gift but doesn't really seem to realize how it works at this point, he's just like,
hold on.
funny badger comes from nowhere. But it's going to hear it in fucking ghost speech, whatever the fuck it is, the closest.
Ghost speech.
Going crazy.
The badger, it doesn't speak a language.
So it hears me in Queekish anyway, and it doesn't understand.
Yeah, animals don't speak
Shut
a
up,
language.
phone!
Can Carlos do anything for this badger, maybe? I know it's dead, it's a ghost, it might just be on repeat.
Yeah, I don't know, can you? You guys see it like come out of the ground and start looking around to me like it's trying to find something.
Rowan is going to go ahead and take his staff, and he's going to try and gently like pat its head with it.
Oh boy.
Because it's magical and it will make contact. But that's the main.
Bullet hits, not because you're doing damage, but because it would innately like try and not get hit by a stick.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Can I also do like an intelligence animal
Nice.
lore or something to see if I know anything about it, despite it being a...
Yep. You can see what you know about badgers.
I don't know anything. Okay. It's a
Yeah, so you
animal.
Rowan like, steps up and like lightly bops on the head of the stick.
Gentle pats, gentle pats.
Actually, I realized, Rowan, you have an area of darkness.
Yeah, so.
You can't fucking see
Yeah,
it.
so nobody will be able to see if you're up there. I think you'd have to be like 15 foot back from the rest of the group, just in your darkness bubble.
Alright, forget my action then.
Yeah, 'cause it's
Fucking, you can blame Toby in chat for that shit.
10 minutes at this point.
Solomon would like to test the flooring since the thing just dug out of it.
Well, you can see like it like dug through the floor, but it just passed through it. It was doing the motion, but it just passed through the floor.
Yeah, but a badger doesn't exactly dig for no reason.
Yeah. You go up there and you start
Especially
like, like tapping the floor where it burrowed out, and it's like moved around a bit, like it's trying to find something. You tap the floor, and no echoing or anything. It just feels like solid stone.
Guys, there's a lot of ghosts around here. We're gonna find a lot of ghosts. I don't think we need to get caught up on a badger.
I'm checking for secret rooms, especially if it's down that way, but it's not hollow. I'm not that hung on about it, goddammit, this isn't exactly a treasure hunt, this place is dangerous.
Mange reaches
You guys
out
see it,
and
like,
in the
brings
spirit of
it up,
Rowan,
like, just-
doesn't swing at the badger and attempts to tap it like Rowan was doing.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're gonna hit. And you gotta tap with
that-
the axe.
Well, that's
Looks up
dexterity
like
by accident.
Yeah, we're gonna hit. Yeah, so you see like bring up its head like it just heard or smelled something, you bring down the axe and tap. You like bop it on the head. It's a magical weapon, so you do bop it. It's like, even with magic weapons, like ghosts and things aren't completely solid, you just feel the resistance. You kind of tap it, and you feel it's like a smacking like custard or something. You like boop, and you feel the resistance. But if you like push it through or pass through it, like feel the resistance as you like go through it. It's like brings it its head like it's smelling something. Your axe like taps it, and it turns and starts running down the hallway.
Main Sword
All
just
right.
stops and says, "Scaredy little creature, keep going." Just keep
Yeah.
going down.
Moving.
You guys just continue on.
Yeah,
Seems to be.
I can imagine like Alex is just really nervous for like several reasons being inside this prison. It's just getting worse as they keep going down.
Okay.
Solomon is.
Or keep going forward.
Yeah, Solomon is also using this time to get used to having 2 points of orientation and 2 brains.
Yeah. It's quite disorientating.
Yep. At least he has 2 brains to help him get used to it.
Where like one of Solomon's head will start talking, and the other one will finish it, but the other one will keep moving its mouth like it's talking. He keeps having weird bits. So, like either both of them will talk at the same time, both of them just move their mouths, but nothing will come out.
Alright. So
Oh man.
what else do we find? How long
Yes.
does it take us to find it?
Yeah, you guys continue walking along for another few minutes. Then, well, Alex, for mostly, would hear, Carlos thinking to it, say, "Oh, there's thinking in there." You see him, like,
Thinking-
flapping in the cage, like, looking towards one of the cell doors. Like, something
I'm
thinking.
Guys, hold up.
I do good.
Hmm?
Something thinking. Good.
You did very good, and I give Carlos a little drop of nectar.
You keep feeding Carlos that much, it won't be healthy for him. But if he does good.
Yes,
feel
I
like-
feed him when he
feel
does
like
good.
Butterflies would understand when to not drink more nectar.
But yeah, especially now that he's intelligent. But besides the point, I kind of like tell everyone to back up, and I kind of peek through like the little feeding, like the food slot in the door.
Yeah. Well, it's like it has, like, a small slot at the bottom where you can slide down, or it has one at about eye level as well.
All right, I kind of I go through the bottom one so nobody can actually like see it.
So Alex,
You're
like,
right.
goes on my hands and knees on the ground, and kind of slides the thing and looks through.
I feel like
Yeah.
Mange's normal reaction to this would be to jump on Alex's back and look through the top one, but I'm not going to do that.
So as you're like down on your knees, can like press the floor, looking through this. Looking through. Roll a perception detection because it's very dark on the other side.
All right, I also have a lamp, so would that help?
It'd be like getting it down there to shine it through would be a bit awkward. So it's just to see what you see as you look through.
Alright.
Wow.
You look through and you see more in a kind of like the deepness of shadows and that. You can see what seems to be like a pair of feet, just kind of like on the floor. And just like make a like that general shape, but you can't really see anything about it.
I slowly creak open the door. Hello?
Is it locked?
Yeah, so you go up to the door and you try and pull on it, and it seems to be either jammed or locked.
Alrighty. Looks like I'm gonna have to go through this again. First I kind of knock on the door and I go, "Hello."
Hey,
I'm guessing no one let you out, huh?
oh, not really, but I can get out if I wanna. It's not really a big deal.
Really? You can?
Yeah, just can't be asked.
Alright. Well, we're a bit lost.
I'm
Mind helping us?
be in tiny cell.
I
Mage,
could
let
get out.
me...
It's just it's effort. In here is fine.
Alright. Well, would you be willing to help us?
I know some of the place. I can pick locks. Do you have a reason that I should help you?
Do you want anything?
I said I can get out if I want to, but like, do you have a reason I should help you?
I mean, you'll
To
be rewarded if you do help us.
Well, can we not talk through a door? Can you get in here?
All right.
Do you
I
want the
attempt
door
to
to
pick.
work, or are you fine?
I attempt to pick the lock.
Do you have any?
I
You
have sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Do you have a lockpick?
So you have actually locks. Do any of you actually have lock picking tools?
No, I don't think so.
Nope.
If not,
Solomon does have another idea in mind, though.
If not, Siegfried does have his thing, so we can say that he uses his supplies to get them out.
All right.
I guess Solomon doesn't get to tear a door off.
I just kind of go to Siegfried. Hey, could you get me something to pick this lock?
Yeah, so he seems to like think for a second, then go takes his back, shuffles through, and then takes out this small kit that he got earlier.
All right, thank you. All right, I guess I pick the lock.
Oh, you can give it a go.
No, fucking lockpick.
Can I re-roll?
ranks.
Yeah, you have the skill, so you can use the reroll pool for it.
All right.
Barely a success.
Yes, you go there and you start messing with it. Like for a second, you feel like you're about to break it, and you can like pull yourself back and take your time. So you like take a few minutes, as it seems like a very complicated lock. And after like another I'd say like another 4 or 5 minutes, you see Rowan's like darkness fades from behind you, and you can finally see. As you finally get that click, and you pull the door open.
Ah, the mage is back to
And
normal.
what do we see of this man?
And you see inside this fairly scruffy looking guy. His like hair is down to like halfway down his back at this point. He's got a big beard, like down to like down to like nipple length or so. And they've clearly been in here a while, hasn't had a chance to shave. But the biggest thing you can see is like scrappy, very like done up clothes. Like they hasn't changed them in a while. But the biggest things you'd see would be like his arms, which you can see are just like encased in this what would look like a cannon if you shrunk it down and shoved it onto somebody's arm. Just on both of his arms, and you can see like bits of metal kind of sticking out, seemingly at random on both sides of it, on all sides of it. You can also see his feet are in a similar thing as well. He's just like held up, like kind of feet on the ground, arms up, and like connected to the roof via chains. Hey!
Oh, so
Not
do you know your way around this place?
a bit? Not a whole lot, been in here a while.
So
you can also see the roof. Sorry, I forgot. You can also see in the roof is this like red, like pulsing, glowing gem.
Would Solomon be able to roll for recognizing that thing or not?
For the gem, arcane law with disadvantage.
What about sacred lore?
Yeah, that'll cancel it out, so it would just be a flat roll.
Okay, no advantage. Shoot. I want to actually reroll because this is woof. There we go.
You would recognize it as a very rare thing, which you're not sure how just like a prison got it. It's basically an anti-magic gem. This can like stop magic from working or going into the area, which given its placement is probably about the size of the cell. Which is like seem like built into the roof.
Dang, it's no way to take it out, I guess.
I mean, possible, but also, yeah, you got hired. They tend to be very delicate.
Yep.
So it's possible to get out. Damn hard.
How is the roof actually put together here?
It's all like
brick
solid blocks.
Okay, so is the gem in just one solid brick of its own?
Yeah, it's like built into one of the blocks.
Okay, that makes this significantly easier because then I can just get Skitchy to help me. So yeah, Solomon starts actually battling with this rock with the gem in it.
But it's in the roof currently.
Yeah, how big is the roof to the roof again?
It's about 6.5, 7 foot. Like not that big, about a normal roof height. This guy's just like stood there, like chained up to the roof.
Oh, so he's chained? Huh.
Yeah, he's
So-
got these like metal clamp-like things on his legs and his arms, and the arms also have like a loop through which like connects up to the roof. So he's like chained with his arms up.
Okay,
Right.
what condition are those chains in?
They look actually surprisingly good. They seem to be steel, like a little bit corroded, but not massively. Doesn't seem like this room gets that wet.
I kind of go up to him and I say, alright, so we're looking for something. It's an entrance down somewhere. Merrick, I think you could explain it a bit better.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, some kind of, well, I can't say exactly what it is, but some kind of warded entrance the way below. Hidden door, trap door, something like that. Yeah, I can think of a few places where somebody would keep that.
Alright, well, if you would help us, name a reward, and we'll do our best to give it to you.
What would you have that I would want? I don't imagine gold. Outside of this place, gold would do just as good. Yeah, if you got a bunch of gold, I can do that.
How much?
Let's see. Well, if it's just to find the door and let you in, it's not too hard. Say like 1,000 gold.
1,000 gold.
Yeah, to help you find the door and then let you in it.
500.
800.
650.
750.
700 or no deal.
730.
725.
Fine.
Okay.
I just kind of look over at Mange, kind of like, oh, didn't know you knew how to barter that well.
It's called haggling.
Mange turns to Alex and smiles. Never said Mange spending money.
Maybe you don't want to say that in front of him, you idiot.
Oh, he's
Oh,
still
he's-
got
he
gold.
just-
It's not for Mange.
Yeah, see, he gets it. Mage gets it.
Well, don't need to see if you guys are good, so let's see if you guys can get me out. See how good you are.
How do you
Alright.
want to escape these chains? Because if I can give it a try, or she can.
Well,
Someone
morning.
points back at Alex.
It's the most important ones.
I just kind of go over Crystal, and I just kind of like mind burning these chains off for the poor man, would you?
So like can like riz back and like phase off, like melts one of the links close to like the end of his arm. Now it kind of melts and his arm like flies down. And after a moment, she's like get like like takes her a moment to be able to do it again, and she sprays it out and melts the other one. His arms come down. Ah, and, like, rolling his shoulders. The arms like dragged down by the weight of these. Like holds them up, and you see these massive padlocks at each end. Oh, let's see how good you are. Don't want you melting these ones off.
Alright, fair enough. I kind of go with the lockpick again. Let me see if I can get the...
Hey.
Mange is going to spend one of those moments sort of just scratching his ear again, and then just sort of like...
Together, and again, like a few minutes, as this is a beefy lock.
Well,
You take
while
that.
she's doing that, Solomon's getting to work with safely taking off the rock off the roof.
Right.
He
How are
wants
you
that
going
gem.
to get up there?
Well, he does have a long sword.
Are you just gonna like smack it?
Oh, he's gonna nudge the tip in between the two bricks and slowly work
There's
on.
like cement in between them, just like all mortared into place.
Well, that's gonna take some jabbing, but he does have 18 strength and a magic sword.
Jab at it with your sword.
Yeah, but into the cement between the rocks. He's not going to hurt the rock directly.
Rowan gets out of his fucking his idled fucking animation of just reading his book and looking over. He goes ahead and looks over at Solomon saying, "What the fuck are you doing?"
He points at the freaking gem in the roof and says, "Anti-magic."
Ron comes over, slithers over. He goes ahead, grabs his sword, gives him a little slap saying no. And he's gonna... There's a better way of doing this. You don't do that shit.
I was going for the cement, not the rock.
Yeah, but we don't want missing that shit, alright?
Okay.
So,
Mange
trust
looks at
me.
Solomon and says, "Stand still, shiny man."
Alright. So, Zach, when I enter this area where this magic gem is, do I feel that I can use any of my, are my passive abilities with magic, like my Essence of Fate, for example, is that suppressed?
What is the Essence of Fate?
Recall. There you go. I want to see the extent to what this magical gem, like its range is.
Well, it's the entire cell, more or less.
Thing that is like technically a retroactive thing. It's kind of like you've already had divisions, you just shout out a warning.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say that would still apply, since it's technically like you had a dream about this earlier.
And so my staff, I'm guessing it would no longer be magical, like the runes aren't lighting up.
Yeah, the runes don't work and all that. Like this gem seems to suck in the magic like better than the runes.
All right.
There's just no magic in the air.
Hmm.
You can like feel like a slight tug on you as this thing's just pulling out any magic that is like in or around you.
Alright. And at this point, would Alex be done with the first lock?
Yeah. And as you're there looking at this and like learning one of this, you guys hear a tink as you like take off the padlock. And yeah, so you've taken off the lock and you see this massive glove on his arm. You have these like looks like metal bars seem like stuck through it. What do you do?
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Hey,
Let's see.
you need help unlocking those?
I could use some help, yes.
All right.
I'll get to work on the other one. You handle this glove.
I'll take care of that. Solomon and Mange, I want you guys to go ahead and either find a way to use each other as a stepping stool, or we just don't want to hit that gem. That's the most important thing. Which one of you is the better fighter?
Well, I'm the strongest one, so if he stands on top of me.
Mange
All right. All right. Mange
offered to do the assist thing for advantage or whatever.
Ron kind of looks. Ron looks at Mange, just like Mange. Get the shiny.
Mange,
Get the shiny for the shiny man, please.
Here. So I'm assuming I'm sort of just like jumping up on Solomon, basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Solomon goes to act as your stool.
Yep.
And Ron will roll Thieves' Arts to attempt to unlock the second glove.
It's unlocked.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Alex already unlocked it. You just see it's this like. It looks like somebody took a cannon, shrunk it down, and put it on this guy's arm. But you can see these like metal bars kind of stuck out of it, seemingly at random. Just along it.
That sounds very unpleasant.
All right.
See, like there's like a line down the middle of it. So you, now that Alex got the lock off, you could presumably just like pull it open.
Yeah, I'll try pulling it open.
The guy's just like looking at you. As you start to just like open it, like hinge it open. He like winces as you do that, and you hear this like I don't know how to describe the sound. Just, like,
hissing?
Not a hissing. Well, I'll tell you what happens, and I think you would know what noise it makes. Yeah, so you pull it off, and you see all of the like bits of metal kind of stuck out of the end. You pull out, and you see they went through into the guy's arm.
Just
You pull it up, and you pull it up, and you see a lot of like holes in this guy's arm. You see like bits of metal stuck up from the other end, from the bottom half.
It's okay. It's okay.
So
We're gonna go ahead and get you patched up, right?
One of Solomon's
It's
heads
just gonna
looks
hurt a bit.
over and says, "I'll fix that when we're done."
I think we can all fix it at this point.
You know,
So he's
peel off
free now.
off the bottom bit. He can, like, shakes out that arm with some blood spraying out. Well, you're not that bad. And then he goes down and just seems like just with his fingers starts going about picking the lock on his other arm.
Well,
You see, after about like 20 seconds, the thing pops open.
Oh,
Damn.
goddamn. Oh,
That's
he is
impressive.
good.
Impressive.
So he's the padlock off and then grits his teeth and he takes the other one open and starts to work on his legs.
Oh, Joe.
So I just kind of casually ask, so what in the world did they put you in here for?
So his introductions are in order. Derek Crichton. Prison escapee extraordinaire.
I can tell.
They
Man is
they
slowly
didn't.
reaching towards the jewel and it's just like, escape prison. Good job.
Yeah, these guys didn't fuck around. Could have gotten out, but that thing. Oh, keeping me alive, didn't need to eat or anything. It was pretty fun. Probably
Do you
food
know
taken out.
anyone else who might be here?
I mean, there were loads here. Don't have it left.
Anybody no one would want to
I didn't
rescue?
They kind of had me in that room.
Ah. Yeah.
so
I suppose you wouldn't.
Didn't even
Man-
give me food. Kept me alive.
that gem then, are you well, can you see?
I don't think
do you-
magic.
oh.
They just were really fucking cautious.
You know what? I'll give it to him.
I need to hold in his arm to see all of these holes in them.
Lucky for mange. Gem is shiny.
Gem is also useful. Do not scratch.
So how is Maine trying to get this gem? What is he doing?
Right. So I'm assuming there was some sort of like direction from Rowan that I should try and do it like carefully.
As you can see, it seems to be like built into this brick. What Solomon was doing is like hacking at the mortar around the brick, just like seemingly take the whole block with it.
Mange
Do that.
is going to pull out his dagger now that he's on Solomon's back a little bit closer, and he's going to probably do it a little bit more carefully to try and chop through this.
Chip away at this.
Yeah. So, and he's going to move this to like his main hand instead of his offhand, so he doesn't have disadvantage or anything on doing this. I'm going to use my short sword because I removed my dagger thing. It's basically the same with less damage.
By the way, we've got a
Athletics?
narrative declaration.
What is it?
Yeah.
Great success. Oh,
Zinch
he influences the
influence.
world in some way or another, or maybe
It's all part of the plan.
it's all part of God's plan.
Yeah.
I can only think of that one fucking scene from a Lefaro video where they're doing fucking Mario Kart or some shit where one of the guys just says, "It's all part of God's plan."
As Maine starts like chipping away at this, Rowan just gets this idea, and you just get this idea of like a word that you should say.
Do you want me to come up with it like on the spot, or do you want to text it to me on what this word is?
think
You,
it's
you can make it up if you want.
Rowan just like gets kind of like mentally bitch slapped in the back of the head. He's just like, oh, Thanos. He just says it aloud.
You okay
Yes.
over
What
there?
did you just say?
Gem in the roof just stops glowing and then drops to the floor.
What?
Yes!
And
Yes!
whoever wants to catch it, roll an acrobatics dex.
I got it!
Can we use that athletics dex that I already got that had a great success, or that one that he did that? All right, yeah, he
Yeah.
got it.
He says that it reaches out. He said it sees you dim and reaches out a hand and just plops into his hand.
He starts rubbing the back of his head. It's all a part of the plan! The Great Lord!
I'm gonna check you after a check
sounds
on
like that, right?
secret.
I just kind
After
of
like 2 seconds, it starts to glow again, and you feel that suction continue.
I just kind of like slowly look over to the what is his name? Prisoner?
Derek.
I kind of slowly look over to Derek and I
Merrick
just say
and Derek. Once again,
Yeah.
it happens.
and I just tell him, yeah, he's a Zine cultist. Don't mind him.
I want to judge.
I mean, he ain't judging me, and I grew another head today.
Knowledge is
comes
power,
over to-
dear friend.
Sorry. Mage comes over to Rowan and is just looking at the shiny, and then he looks at Rowan, then he looks back at the shiny, and then he looks at Rowan, and he sort of just puppy dog eyes.
Ron goes ahead and says, all right, buddy. He's gonna go ahead and pull out. Yeah, he'll go ahead and pull out 5 warp stones. Say, I want this shiny, okay? I want this shiny. It's special. It's magic.
Mage looks at the warp stone, he just quickly snatches them out of his hand and says, "Okay, good trade."
Ronan, roll a thing as you take out some whoopstone.
Yeah,
Can we just say that I
Should've
like
specified.
poured it into my
I
hand?
was playing. I didn't know I had to specifically say that I was not using my cloth, but all right.
Okay, fine.
I'm a Z's
basically, we're like-
cultist, for Christ's sake. I'd assume. I mean,
So
fine. I could. There.
So we just go, alright, well, you're free, right? Lead the way.
Rowan, are
Oh.
you sure you want to hold on to the anti-magic stone?
Yes, it's all a part of the plan.
I got, dude. I'm gonna check your brain when we get home.
Mange looks at Solman and just tilts his head and says, "My problem."
He uses magic. That thing stops magic in a certain range. He is now in the range of that shiny. That stops the magic he uses.
Oh, please! I call it a bit of a challenge. Let's have
I
a bit
call
of
it a
fun.
bit of a problem that you want the shiny rock that stops you from using your powers.
All right. Ron looks at the party.
I just kind of say, girls, you're both pretty. Can we leave now?
I know I'm pretty. Like a goddamn piece of shit. Now you take the shiny rock. You don't use magic.
No, man
He
is
needs to
shiny.
get
Man
his
is pretty. I mean, what?
Yes, she does. She uses magic.
I have one
Uh, Siegfried.
spell. One. I'll
The
live.
only person
I
in our
take
party that doesn't use magic actually is Mange or Siegfried.
Actually, yeah.
All right.
Have
But promise
Siegfried
me you'll
hold it.
give me that back afterwards. All right, there, Alexandria. I really need it for my research.
Oh, we could always stick it with Siegfried. He seems to be going on autopilot right now. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
let's
worried.
go.
And I
Yeah,
just say,
Siegfried.
I got it. I just say, sure thing, and immediately hand it to Siegfried.
He's just like starts sucking on it. Just
Yeah, he just takes it and puts it in his pocket.
Yeah, he's a bit out of it.
Yeah, I'm going to check his hit and Rowan's when we get back safely, hopefully.
So anyway, so just say, okay, well, first of all, I kind of go up to him, getting out of range, of course. And I go up to him and... First of all, this. Heal him up a bit.
Yeah, you don't need to roll the healing. It's effectively like only down one hit.
no,
Fuck.
Fucking not.
we didn't need to roll that though.
Yeah, you did.
All right, what
So-
demon do we summon? Roll 1d100.
Oh shit! If it's a 1 or 2, oh no.
Or 99 and 100. That's not good either.
Let's go, lads. Chat. Can we get some demon poggers?
Oh boy.
Oh, Lord.
Oh! And he did roll 1d100. He didn't just roll 100 by accident. That is actually an at 100 roll.
What does that mean? I'm scared.
You get something permanent. You get a permanent mutation.
D6.
Oh no!
Natural 6.
Bruda. Broda, this is
Called it!
this is not okay.
This
What
is
happened?
dangerous.
You get this permanently.
What?
What did you do?
I'm copying it, but it's being weird.
What?
This is going to be
What
funny.
is
Did they get
it?
It's going to be
jaws?
so funny.
Did they
It's
get
going to
wings?
be so
is
fucking
it?
funny.
I'm gonna put it in chat.
Claws.
They get jaws!
You want to eat every. You get what Mange had.
Oh my god!
No, I didn't do art for you. Fuck you.
Wait, is this permanent?
Yes.
Oh my god! Bro, this completely throws out your charisma. Oh my god! Fucking
You just see Alex break down into tears. As all of a sudden,
Okay,
everything
so-
she's ever worked for is taken away from her.
Zach, remember when you said that these mutations would fucking break characters? Yours!
Not even mine. This is a legit thing in the game.
Oh, God.
Ouch.
Ugh.
If I had gotten a 5, this would have been fine. If I would have gotten any other one other than this, it would have been fine.
A nat 100 and a nat 6.
Alex
So
just
100 chance
breaks
and a
down.
1/6 chance.
I mean, thankfully you don't actually lose your mental abilities. You just grow, get these massively long arms and jaw, and have the urge to eat people.
You
If
just
they
see
are
Alex.
your enemies.
Alex essentially starts becoming Shy Guy as she just starts covering her face
Hey,
and
wait.
crying.
Let me make this better for you. Imagine the head you can give now.
Wait, no, the jaws, fam. It bites.
Yeah, but with the big ass jaws, you also have a big ass open mouth. You can get really in there.
You just see Alex immediately break down crying as her intention to help someone has
So
cursed her.
I will let
She-
Zach decide whether or not this narrative declaration
Have
that Marius
somebody-
is doing is going to affect it in some way. It's up to you, Zach, because you're the GM.
It does specify the magic known to mankind, so other people, Sanesh could know how to remove it.
Considering
does-
that her
yeah, this does
entire
kind of get Alex as a character having this.
having Alex have this basically makes her into a broken woman who will want to jump off the nearest cliff the moment she gets the chance. She loses any will to live if she is not beautiful. That is her mentality.
Can we
This
use
is what she's
the
worked
Chaos
for.
Chosen thing to remove stuff like this?
That's a good question. Or warpstone
Or can
mutation. Or not warpstone. So.
Somebody has done that, and it does say no magic known to mankind, and a Chaos God is not mankind.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say that Sanesh is giving you a test as you feel as this comes through, and you basically get survive this adventure with this, and then it will be removed.
Maybe you can
And
get a
I
bonus.
get that premonition.
Yeah, you get this message from Sanesh that you've been relying on the same thing too much. You need to learn your martial prowess. It's live with this for a bit and see how well you do.
So basically, she's challenging you to focus on something other than being a slut for the remainder of the mission, and if you can succeed that, then you get to be a slut again.
I just kind of sigh deeply as I'm like, thank God this isn't permanent.
Oh boy.
Oh?
So Marius is just saving Alex's entire character and giving us a joke for the rest of this fucking campaign. Now I can laugh at you, because now you get to experience what Mage experienced when Mage wanted to cut things' arms off. I wanted to use that strength thing so that I could cut people's arms off with my brand new warp stone axe, and then I have to eat everything!
At least you aren't a charisma-based character, you bitch.
Yes, but that was my only magical weapon against the demon!
And then Solomon just had to stay in the way.
So, I want to know everyone's reaction, including all of our PCs and NPCs' reaction in this little enclosed space. What their reaction is to this transformation. And
I would like to invite Rowan to go first with his.
He's at first Rowan basically had his back, just yeah, it's all part of Siege's plan, facing the wall. It's just this is gonna be great. And just he starts hearing the of the mutation of Alex's bones. He's just the plant, and then he turns around just to see pretty much just this grotesque Shy Guy, 8 foot tall being. He's just like, what is that? Oh, this was not a part of the plan. This was not a part of the plan.
All right.
No,
Solomon, your
Yeah,
reaction
Solomon,
to
go
this?
ahead.
Let's do a little roll here to actually decide.
Just throws up.
Hello. You're still pretty.
Don't you fucking lie to me.
It's an earnest compliment. He's a fucking super mutant. He's honest as fuck about this.
So, Rowan, I would assume Solomon was used to living with people that looked supremely uglier than this, so...
Yeah, he's also a miracle cultist, so...
Average for Solomon, so...
Rowan wasn't used to the
She's still
magical
pretty.
transformation just right then and there. Just...
Alright, now, Mange.
And Mange's response to this is actually probably the most casual of them all. He looks at you, and then he looks at and then he like sort of pats his cheeks where the stretch marks from when he had those jaws were, and he's just like, this familiar for some reason. He just sort of looks side to side and just sort of shrugs and says, all right, man, thanks, let's go.
And then finally, Joel.
Yeah.
Joel
Well,
and of course, Derek.
Well, Moro and Leon back the fuck up after seeing that. What the fuck? Just like back up into the wall as that just happens. Yeah, Dolphin like looks. Dolphin like has a look of like, what the fuck just happened? But doesn't seem too bothered.
Joel doesn't seem too bothered.
No, he's like, okay, that's weird. Is like the look on his face, but he doesn't look like, oh my god, she's hitting. He's just like, that's weird. Why the fuck did that just happen? Like, just the look on his face, like, wait, what? He's not used to seeing magic users all the time.
Rowan's just like...
And then Derek,
Yeah.
this guy who we just met.
Yeah, he's like, you like lay your hand on his arm and his wounds slowly heal up, and he's like, he'll look up like about to give you a thank you, and then like basically drops down his ass like back to the floor. Whoa, what the fuck?
Oh, and I just kind of I briefly go into a panic. I get a premonition for a few seconds, so I stopped in my tracks, and then I'm like, okay, I guess Slanesh has a challenge for me.
Huh.
Luckily this isn't permanent.
I,
God help me if
Mange
this
looks
was
at her
permanent.
and looks at the jaws and says, you join Mange front line, come.
I think I can fix this. Rowan's just like flipping through his book, just like looking up.
And I just kind of go, Rowan, fine. You don't need to fix this yet. I just got kind of a premonition via, I'm assuming either via Slanesh herself or Void kind of just transmitting it, and this is one of Slanesh's challenges for me. Apparently I've been relying too much on...
You guys will see Merrick just write something in the book that he carries. So he gets out a pen.
You said Merrick?
Yeah, Merrick just gets out his book and starts writing something.
And I just say, apparently I've been relying too much on my looks to get things done. Slanesh wanted me to improve my martial skill, so this is gonna be me for this mission, apparently. If I can get through this, though, I think I'll be good.
Any other limits?
Challenge that you actually have, if you have to get through this without going down to 0 more than twice. And part of the thing is you have to use your action to move into and then attack enemies. So you have to be on the front lines and not go down to 0 more than twice.
So basically you want to be with Mange so he can fucking tank for you.
And
Joel
Solomon are going to have peace.
Hey,
Joel, I just kind of look at Joel and I'm just like, I see that he's not absolutely just grossed out by this, and I'm like, you know, you're too much.
Even like he like kind of shows off the fangs a bit and it's like, I can't exactly judge.
Meanwhile,
If
Siegfried is just blanking.
If Mange were self-aware, he would just be like looking at you and then pointing at himself and then pointing at Solomon. Like, are you kidding me? This isn't the worst he's seen. But what Mange is actually doing is just like, come on, man, thanks, let's go.
Alright, I guess I'm on front lines.
You still stay within range. So there's Solomon with one head, while the other head is just giving a smile to show her that everything's gonna be fine. He's still trying to get used to fucking do it because his face that's talking is just stone-faced.
Alright. So you're telling us where to go, right? She looks back at the terrified Derek.
Well, I don't really know many places in here. He's kind of he's like standing up. So I saw the mess hall.
What about the warden's office?
The cogs kind of go through my head for a minute as I step a bit closer to him. Are you sure you don't know a way out of here? Or a way into
I know
this
where the
place?
front door is. That's the only way out of here that I cared about.
I said, I'm sorry, I just kind of shake my head. Messing with my head. No, I meant, are you sure you don't know where this little entrance of ours is?
You can roll intimidation.
Can I have it cancel out at least, because I've got massive fucking jaws now.
Just be a charisma for you. I don't think you really need any kind of advantage. You have a 19.
No, I mean, I have silly voice. I thought that the jaws might cancel that intimidation out. Alright. Well, I guess I'm just...
In some ways, this seductive toned voice coming out of this thing ups the intimidation factor.
Scary.
It's more discordant.
Right, success.
Yeah, I would love to help, but they blindfolded me for part of it. They got me in the door, blindfolded me a bit. I managed to get it off when we were in the cafeteria, and they didn't notice until they put me in it.
So then why are you charging us 725 gold for bullshit information?
Mage starts really fucking
any
What?
Sorry, you roboted for us, Zach.
Because I can pick any lock in existence, and I know some of this place.
Well, you better be damn good.
Like I said, I could have gotten out of that anytime I wanted. This is just my services.
Well, tell us where you think it is, then.
I don't know where it is. I can take you to the cafeteria.
Mage thinks about it, then turns to Alex and says, "Bring us to the cafeteria!"
Yeah, I'd say secret entrance would they might have a privy. They have a privy for the guards. I'd be in there, since it's not people think to look in there, or the warden's office. That'd be where I'd put them.
We might want to go to the warden's office.
I don't know where that is. I assume it would be at the back.
Well, I guess then we can go ahead and take a tour of the place, and you can go ahead and be our frontliner.
I'm much more of a fighter.
Oh, come on. Now Ron begins pointing his
shoulder.
Yeah, Ron grabs his other shoulder, just like, oh, come on. It's such a lovely place.
Yes, frontline
Alex just slowly looms over him.
I'm not for fighting. I'm just picking locks and being quiet.
Okay. Well, you can still show us everywhere you know, though, right?
Yeah, I could take you to there. You're paying me, so...
Make sure I pokes him a little bit. Start rocking!
Yeah.
If he wants to fucking extort us, we'll make sure he never forgets this day.
Maybe if
probably already going to be in his mind after you fucking, seductively intimidated him.
Seductively. I think it would be more unsettling, if anything.
Yep.
Who knows if he'll make it out alive in this prison.
We'll see. We'll see. Depends on how useful he is. Alright, let's go.
I'd like to think Mange actually says that aloud.
No. Mange isn't that blunt with... No, he knows that people can be afraid, at least. And he already thinks the fear has been established.
Alright, so we're looking for... So, he takes us to the cafeteria, I assume? So, what do we find there?
He starts taking drive along. So after it's like a fair long walk, you're walking for about like 10 minutes. As a very large, very maze-built place. At about the like 6-minute mark, you see that badger seem to like dig out of the ground again. This ghost badger just digs up out of the ground and starts looking around.
Turn this again.
So Rowan never saw this, and Mange is just going, ass badger again.
I never saw these. Well,
Yeah,
Rowan's
so you guys
still.
thought about it, so you never actually saw it.
Yeah, well, Rowan is going to go ahead and have a fresh new look at it, saying,
You see this ghost badger just digs out of the ground and starts looking around like he's trying to find something.
The Solomon sighs. I swear if one of you tries to make it a pet, we already have enough.
I want to make it a pet.
Oh,
fuck
wait,
it.
I just realized our little bunny.
Yeah, it's in your bag.
Luckily, it's on my back, so I don't think it can see me.
Well, it's only things you view as an enemy. You get powerful to devour your enemies.
Yeah. And also, it's a ghost.
No. I wasn't talking about me eating it. I was talking about its fear. Luckily, it's on my back, so I don't think it can see me.
Yeah, it's in your bag,
Mm-hmm.
isn't it?
Like, it's got its head sticking out, but its head is sticking out backwards, so it can't see me.
Could Ron roll an arcane lore to see if he would know that, like, the ghosts in this universe, considering there's lots of ghosts, would some of them be sentient while other ones are, like, reliving their sort of, like, same lives? Alright, let's see.
There's a mix to it.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
But you don't need to roll it to know the basic nature of ghosts because you are a mage.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah. A lot of times it's like, sometimes it's like magical energy can kind of trap them there, so they're just kind of like trapped and can't get out. Sometimes the unfinished business stuff. Sometimes people that are like just horrible people and will go to the bad place that just be like, I don't want to go on, I'm going to hang around. Just kind of like will themselves not to go to more. There's like various ways they can be made. Most of the time they're either just like kind of reliving the same thing or hostile. There are very few just kind of passive ghosts. But they are possible.
Would he?
And
would Rowan
you know
know how usually?
you would know that you could like bind a ghost to your service with a ritual.
I do have ritual magic. I want a little ghosty boy.
God damn it, we're getting more and more pets here.
Hey! Alex has had so many pets. Let Rowan have this, damn it.
Yeah, and I have Skid Scratch.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't actually see him as a
Dude.
pet. He sees him as a minion, but it's basically the closest to it.
Solomon's gonna have to find a goddamn slime or something to make a pit.
I'm
Yellow
kinda-
Myrtle.
What's Rowan doing? It's the badger like comes out of the ground, seems like digging but not actually digging through anything, and seems to be trying to find something.
If a ghost is killed, then does it just reform later on, or like is that the destroying of a soul?
It depends. Sometimes they'll reform later. Most of the times they're destroyed, and it will take like necromantic energy to get them back. But yeah, that's like a way to banish most ghosts, is to just kill them. But some ones are like bound by a purpose will sometimes come back.
So if I was able to go ahead and kill this thing, take its ectoplasm or necromantic energy, and use it in a ritual, could I possibly bring it back as my ghost badger?
There's not really anything to like move after you kill it. You need to either do the ritual here or find some way to transport the ghost. Which there are things like ghost nets in Warhammer that can catch ghosts, but they're rare and you don't have one.
And they were something that he would be able to produce with his backpack thing.
Yeah.
Because it's magical.
You
I'm
can
guessing.
possibly make one later, but yeah. You can
So
possibly
it
make one,
looks
but not
like
on the
your
spot.
options are do the ritual here or leave the ghost badger and pee.
Well, the ritual is going to take 1d4 days, so I don't think we want to do that. Unless
Maybe on
you
the,
guys
maybe on
want
the
to.
way out.
On the way out, that'd be quite fun. But yeah, let's.
On the way back home, we get a fucking ghost badger pet.
Well, I would say like if you have raised dead, I'd say like that would basically count.
I do have
You
it.
could, like, so you could like temporarily try and take over it.
Could I cast it? Right.
Let's do that on the way out, so you have more time.
But what
Alright,
if I lose my ghost badger?
If your user's ray is dead, we can find out what the hell the thing is trying to find.
Could I cast Raise Dead, Zach? Or
Yeah.
Fuck
So
yeah.
there, as it's there, you start to cast the spell. So you're like looking around, it seems to like catch, like hear or smell something, and turns to start running off in a direction. And then you cast the spell.
Yeah. Range is 60 feet, by the way.
Yeah. So this would be an opposed willpower for whatever is binding this thing versus you.
Okay.
Right, you didn't.
Or you
You
will.
didn't roll a nat
Yeah.
one. I'm so happy that
Yeah,
you didn't suddenly get Jaws too.
I know. Would it be alright if I used my foresight ability to go ahead and basically thinking just like, alright, I know that I need to go ahead and just like force my will upon this thing. So it's just like preparing myself and then boom, throwing it at it.
Yeah, you can use your intelligence instead.
Alright, foresight. Come on! I want to re-roll that. Oh wait, I can.
I'll say like, you can re-roll it because it's something that would count as a luck intelligence. But I don't really want to use up all your luck on this, so I'll say you can.
Yes!
It's your choice of using up a re-roll to get a badger. I'll allow it.
Yes, thank you!
Spell, a foresight, and a re-roll to get a badger.
Wait, also, I think since I do not have, wait, do I also... Oh, no, I just increased the DDM by 1. Never mind, I apologize.
Yeah.
I thought I had to roll again.
Don't increase DDM unless it's with a skill that you wouldn't normally be able to do, essentially.
Gotcha.
So you just use
Oh.
up
Your DDM is now, what, 2 or 3?
a quick
2.
spell and like cast it towards this bunny. You see, like runs off and then stops, and
It's only 2.
and you can control the bunny. Basically, tell it what to do.
No, it's a badger.
That's badger. I keep calling it.
You're thinking about our other friend, Ryson.
Bryson.
Mushroom.
Do you want me to go ahead and roll the 2d4 hours that I believe I have in control, or...
Yeah, I'll say it's basically get control for a while because this isn't like raising a zombie. It's just like, and it's a rabbit, a bunny. Fuck. No,
Wait, no.
It is a badger! Badger, 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 mushroom, 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 badger, badger.
No, it's badger, 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 badger. Mushroom, mushroom.
We get it.
That's how you sing it.
Raising a few zombies. So say this would last for like a few days, which will basically last long enough for you to do the ritual if it doesn't die along the way.
Ron goes ahead and he's just like and he just does a loud fucking scream as he runs over to it, which you guys don't have to do the luck will, but just like this loud economic
Just lets out the scream running. He has to like cover your ears.
yeah.
I'm
just like
so excited!
Ron just
Yeah,
like
you see the badger about to start like running off, just turns around and sits down, looking at Rowan.
Ron like picks it up, and I'm guessing it can like already float and stuff like that. So he just like picks it up. He's just like, "Oh yes, that was all a part of the plan."
And the
It's just
treasure hoard
picking it up,
gets
like
gross.
slightly past you, and it's just floating around you.
And
Carlos
in
is apparently
response
Screech
to his demon screech, Carlos casts his demon screech, suddenly excited by this noise.
Yeah,
So yeah, everybody give a luck will as you just hear this screech coming out of.
I'm gonna choose to fail.
Yeah.
And we
Let's just
weren't
fail.
warned.
Let's just
Yeah.
fail.
I'm just
We
going to
fail.
choose this. I'm just going to choose
So-
to fail and get stunned for a little bit.
Yeah.
Solomon, meanwhile, the only one who chose not to just fail. And
Salmon gives no fuck. He will resist the scream if he can.
I mean, Rowan also screamed, but so if you want to roll for that one, but
No,
Oh,
we
you-
fail.
Yeah.
We fail. We choose to fail.
we get
alright?
double
We're
stunned.
Good.
Okay, fine. I failed too. Yeesh.
Alright. So, because I'm not wasting luck on that. Okay, now,
Yeah, you do. continue luck with
I
it.
go, alright, can we get this over with? I don't like being like this. We need to move forward.
Mr. Excited over there, would you ask the badger what the hell it's looking for?
I don't think I speak badger. I don't think badgers can speak.
Doesn't that fucking...
do it? You kind of like you can like take a second to focus and like figure out what it's trying to do effectively. You can see like what purpose you just suppressed.
Hey, little guy. What were you looking for, little man? Were you just digging, or were you trying to find something?
Yeah, so as you're like focusing on it and trying to find out what it's doing, you get this like image in your head of this like young, probably about teenage like age to a dwarf woman with this like very long like down to the butt like length hair, red hair. It's like as you get this image of like the badger's been looking for this woman.
Aw, poor guy. He's probably looking for his owner. Which I don't think. I'm sorry, little guy, but I'm not sure if he's around or she's around. But how about we'll keep an eye out for him.
What
her.
color is Skitry's hair?
Hers is like reddish brown. It's also not that long.
Yeah, but hair can be cut.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Skitry.
I'm just
It would be
fucking
hilarious if
conspiracy
it-
theoring. I'm just
Skitry's hair is
imagining.
more black than red. It's like black with a tinge of red in it.
Yeah.
Whereas this one is like proper red.
No, but
She
imagine
was
that
also
Rowan
a
comes back with a
teenager,
favorite
and
pet.
Skitry is
Yeah.
many more years older. Like
Yeah,
a
Skitry's like
couple
middle aged.
100 years older.
Yeah.
And Alex just again goes, okay, can we get this over with and move forward?
Calm down. Let me have my moment. You have your bunny. You have your jaws. Let me have my badger. My ghost.
Yeah, true. Give him this fucking moment. We all get our moments.
I swear, if Solomon gets a slime, he's gonna fucking hug the shit out of it.
Ron will
It's
help
gonna
you,
turn
friend.
you into slime.
Not
How
if you
old you want
mastered
those
it.
slimes?
Ron
Alright.
like happily sets the badger on top of his mask, even though it's like probably clipping like through him. He's just like, "All right, let's go."
All right. So do we find anything else as we continue through to the cafeteria?
Yeah, you guys continue on, and after a while, he's gonna nod to the door. It's like, I believe that's the cafeteria.
All
He
right
says,
then.
"Arca!" and kicks open the door.
Yeah, you kick it open and it swings open. This door wasn't locked. There's like fairly large open space, which does look like most prison canteens that you see in movies. So, like long like bench tables, like the kitchen area behind, and you really see figures sat in here. Yeah, kind of like on the other side, it's a bit far away to make out details. Kind
Maybe
of
pulls
sat
out his
across from the
axe.
other. Yeah, one is partially see-through, seems to be a ghost. The other one seems to be a person.
I kind of I'm hesitant to go over there. I'm like I would go over there, but I don't know if I've still got my people skills.
You guys see the non-ghost one kind of turned around looking like, well, you see like movement, presumably like it waving its arm.
I kind of wave my elongated arm as I kind of shield myself partially. Hi.
Mange, not very shy at all, just starts walking over. What man thing, invisible man thing doing?
Yeah. Are you all going over, or is it just Rowan?
I think we're all going over.
I'm sorry, I didn't say shit.
Mange.
Oh,
You said
Mange.
Rowan instead of Mange.
That's bad it means. We established long ago. It's like,
I'm trying my best to use my shield to kind of cover my massive jaws and elongated limbs. I'm assuming I can't really do that, but Alex is trying best to shield her insecurities here.
yeah.
Rowan is patting his...
Solomon kind of borrows her his shield so she can really cover up. It's a tower shield. Good luck lifting it.
Rowan is now. He cheerfully slithers over while he's just petting the fucking badger on top of his head.
Yeah, you're like waving your hand through it.
Just like, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Alright. So who are these people?
As you guys all approach, it's the two figures, one a ghost, one living. You see, the living one is very short, but it doesn't look like a child. It seems to be a halfling, and Alex and intelligent.
Intelligent?
Yes.
Alright.
Do not
I
question,
don't
it's all
have
part of
very
Zinja's
high
plan.
intelligence, but okay.
You're more than 9. Give it a shot.
He has 9.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, you're below average
Sounds like-
intelligence like me. We're at the same intellect.
So
Yes, as you
great
get-
success.
As he gets closer, you recognize this guy. You've seen him before. This is Otis. It's just a halfling and like almost legendary drunkard in Mordheim. Like the rumors were, he got given a key to the Gaol because when he got too drunk, he would just let himself in.
Oh! Oh!
You see him
Hey,
there, like
Otis?
you see him like red-faced, clearly drunk. And he's there, like waving.
Oh!
Oh god, that's why he's in
hey,
here.
Otis, didn't expect to see you here. And I kind of shield myself a bit more. I thought I'd be a bit more presentable when I finally met you.
And across from him at this table, you see a figure that's familiar to Rowan. This young dwarf woman with very long hair, sat. Sat. You see she's actually floating very slowly off of the bench chair, in like the sat motion, but she's a ghost. You see like several like animals, also like several ghost animals, also sat on her.
Oh, is that your only little guy?
It's been a while. Welcome. I think there's some food over there. It might be rotten. Or it's been a while. This is Dammy.
It's no good.
Ammy, don't talk much. What are y'all doing here? You don't look like prisoners. You're not wearing the. He kind of like waves at you. So the clothes. Yeah, clothes. Yeah, that's outfit. Outfit. That's the word.
I kind of turn to everybody and I just kind of inform them, yeah, this is Otis. He was legendary before Mordheim blew up. He was legendary before as being the city, not just the town, but the city drunkard. He's very good at getting drunk.
Would Solomon have heard any rumors down in the sewers about this dude?
Nope, this was a Mordheim thing.
Yeah, and he's the sewer mutant from Mordheim.
I'd say intelligence with disadvantage since you were in the sewers.
While he's passing a sewer grate, he hears somebody talking about him.
But I get an advantage because of the head, so that
Negatives out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah!
Nice shot.
Yeah. You've heard some rumors. Like
Never met the man, but yeah.
Like sewer patrol kind of talking about it, stories.
Yeah, and if you get talked about in the sewers, you're a freaking legend for sure.
Yeah, Mange is if nobody interrupts him, Mange, when he points out that there might be food in the back, starts just sort of like tapping Alex's shoulder and saying, "Come eat, hungry."
And I'm just kind of like, I guess I probably should. And I very hesitantly and awkwardly follow Maine.
Mange is just like dragging you.
And you don't want to.
Oh, I'd like
Solomon
to.
follows.
Ren will say, "I'll take a drink, but I need to talk to your dwarven friend here."
She don't really talk. She just kind of makes, like, waves his hands. She just does this kind of thing.
What were you going to say, Solomon? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, Simon, he's already gone. He's following over towards the rotten food.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Ron
we're all
is-
gonna go eat.
yeah.
He's a miracle cultist. He's gonna make sure his new friend with big jaws and a big appetite doesn't get sick from it.
So
And also
I
snack.
guess Mange and Alex are going into the kitchen. So what do they find?
Hey,
Besides,
Solomon follows.
Yeah.
Is Alex joining them?
Alex is being
Oh,
dragged along by
Yeah,
Mange.
okay, so it's Rowan is
Let's,
staying back with the table while those three are going off into the kitchen.
Yeah, let's do Rowan's scene first. I'm interested about this ghost chick.
Yeah,
Right.
and her badger.
So
Rowan doing?
Rowan, like, as he approaches the dwarven woman, he basically gently takes the badger, kind of like holding it in his hands, and looks down at him, just saying, excuse me, ma'am. I guess he's trying to see if the ghost reacts.
As you come over, like, you look down to her. She like looks up at you, and you see her eyes go wide, and she starts like doing gestures of her hands. You don't understand.
Sign language, I'm guessing.
It seems to be there's like a pattern to it, but you don't know it.
It's just, do you understand me? Shake yes, or nod your head yes, shake your head no. Okay. Is this your
She
little...
points to the badger. Yeah, she points at the badger, points at herself.
Oh, he's yours. Hey, has he been
Yeah,
missing?
Yeah, nod. I keep like nodding like you can see me. And she like
Classic.
points to the badger and then does a series of gestures and roll intelligence to see if you can decipher what she does. So I don't have to describe the miming.
Yeah, I got 12 out of
Yeah,
17.
she kind of like slows it down into some more obvious things since you don't understand the language clearly.
Mhm.
But you gather that she's saying like he was coming to get me out.
Oh. I see. Well, let's...
She looks very excited.
You know what? This little guy has accompanied me for the short moment, but I don't feel like it would be right of me if I just held on to him. Here you are. And Ron goes ahead and gives her the badger.
Yes,
Basically.
you drop your like control over it.
Yeah, I drop my control over it.
You drop the control and it basically bounces off your head towards her and she grabs it and hugs it.
Aww.
There you are.
And she looks to you and does another gesture. And then you see she vanishes.
Along with all the animals.
Yeah, along with all the animals that are on her and the badger. Oh, well, that was fucking weird. You want a drink?
Yeah, why not?
Loses his badger pet, gets a sick drink.
It's I got
But at least he helped the girl out.
Off-brand Bugman's, but I think that one makes you hallucinate. the Bugman one.
Fuck it. Think whatever one a magic user would enjoy the most. Honestly, I just lost my ghost pet, so fuck it. I'm down for anything.
Off-brand Bugman's tastes better, but it might make you go weird. I had jokes all day, so
You're roboting a little bit, Zach, on my end at least. I'm not sure about everyone else.
Also mine.
Tiny bit, but it's good.
So, what are you having? Are you having the off-brand Bugmans or the piss water?
I'll take piss water. At least that won't make me hallucinate.
Yeah, so the Bugman is good, but I've been hallucinating all day.
Rowan just like he's gonna crack open. He's gonna raise up his mask a little bit.
Yeah, there was this masked thing about as big as you. I was just all red, had a big sword, and I just came over here.
How long have you been here, kind stranger? What?
I don't fucking know. I'm drunk.
Listen.
Fair point.
All right.
I remember the last time I was sober, so
Say,
I think COVID hit, and then I came in.
tell you what. Since you've been around here a lot more than I have, Ron just begins taking another swig of piss water.
I've been in this room.
You've been only in this room. Only. I call.
Here at the door, pretty much.
I call bullshit. You
Anywhere else?
You've had to have talked to, like, a lot of people that come in here, right? Come on, you've had to get some information.
Don't remember much. So what do you want to know?
I want to know.
I think was she there? Was she a hallucination or was she actually there?
Nah, she was there. She was there. I gave her bedroom.
Okay. Hallucination. That's possible too. How did that before?
My question is, do you know where the warden's office is? Have you seen it?
Yeah, kind of like slumps back and seems to be thinking. Grabs one of the cups.
Probably a
Which he knows is the just downs it.
just probably a bitch, or probably an asshole who wanted to stop you from drinking.
No, he was a good. He gave me the key.
Oh,
He reaches into his belt. He's like feel around, like opens up a pouch, closes it,
So it
opens
wasn't
up
a
a
rumor.
different.
It was true.
Yeah, and pulls out this massive ring of keys.
Oh,
wait,
Ring of keys with probably a couple hundred keys on it.
where did you
Yeah,
get that?
It takes me an hour to find which one is right. Warden gave it.
Wait.
Alex
Takes
does
me an
have
hour
a
to
hemp
find-
flask with fiery whiskey
so-
for bartering.
Yeah, but Rowan doesn't know that at the moment. So
I don't find the right every time because it seems to Dan.
Rowan's just like getting a bit more buzzed at the moment. He's just like, listen, I got a little bit of a proposal for you. All right, so hear me out. I study magic, right? I got the big brain. Okay, I got.
Picks up one. I think this is the adult one. I don't know. I gotta go check it.
Listen,
Clunk the keys down.
Listen, I got a good idea. What if I find the only key in there that you need, the one to all your alcohol and stuff like that? Because, good booze in here. I understand that. It's guys play place. For something in return, I go ahead and take those keys off your hands. How about that?
No, can't do that. Warden said these for me. Nobody else does it properly. I do it.
Well, how about
Tell him everyone's dead.
we go ahead? How about we go ahead and have a little chat with the warden, okay? If we can't find him, I mean, there's something that you can't. I'm looking to. I don't think if he's not around to see it, I don't think he's willing to go ahead and say no.
No, I might be a man of my word, but I'm not a drunk. I am a drunk. Wait.
You see? Listen, buddy. Tell you what. It sounds to me you kind of want to get shit-faced. All right, you want to get some good drinks. All right. Yeah. But I'm a magic user, baby. All right. I can make magic tonics. I'm not an illusion, mind you.
Why are you a snake?
I am a snake because. Why are you short?
I'm a halfling. I ain't seen a snake before, though.
Oh, you've been all around here. You saw a ghost.
I've seen a snake. Haven't seen a snake. Man.
I love how he didn't bat an eye at a fucking bloodletter demon, but he's curious about why Rowan is half snake.
Listen, man. I'm just saying. I think
Plus, what use would a key be to you? You're just a hallucination.
Rowan goes ahead and he's gonna all right. Check this out. He's gonna go ahead and he's gonna grab, he's gonna touch his arm and feel it. It's just see? I'm right here. I'm physical, baby.
Did you just touch yourself to prove that you're real? That's not how that works.
Listen, all right. If I'm what? If you go ahead,
nowhere.
It's RP, damn it, let it happen.
let this play out.
It's just like, all right. Fair enough. I understand that. That's an understandable situation. So, how about this? If I'm a hallucination and you give me the keys, right? It'll just go right through me. It'll fall right here. I'll disappear. Poof! I'll be out of your existence forever. But if I am a real person, I'll be helping you, taking the keys that you don't need off your hands, and we'll be able to go ahead.
If you're one of them witches, and you give me a curse for being not a man of my word and giving the keys. I ain't too dumb. I may be drunk. I may be dumb, but I'm not drunk. Wait.
Let's. What? All right. What do you want from me, man? I'm not a witch. All right, listen. All right.
Sorry, from the keys. I gave you a drink.
I want those keys, dang it, and I'm willing to offer a lot. Okay, all right. Hold on. Rowan begins looking through his pouches and stuff like that. He's just like, I will place down 100 gold pieces for those keys.
He kind of looks at them like seems to go to grab the mists a few times. He's like, see, hallucinatory fake coin. Just slaps the table next to them a few times. No, real.
No. You're drunk, mister. If I'm not by drunk, you're God. All right. Ron grabs his hand and now he's pretty kind of drunk at this point, just presses it down against the coins. The real man, the real.
I have one thing to say here. I want us to hire this guy and have him run our tavern.
Oh, trust me, we're getting to that.
you stay down like he was able to smell it.
Yeah.
I feel like at some point it would go.
Yo. All right. All right. If you don't believe I'm real, then all right. I got a better opposition. All right. I got an idea. We're running this amazing tavern. All right. This big ass tavern. All right. It's got crazy things in there, making amazing alcohols, better than Bugsman's. I can promise you that.
That's
More of an
just
ale.
a fucking lie.
Bubble! I can show you, but you need to just give me those keys, man. I am giving you a once in a lifetime off. I'm magic, okay? I do shit. Bro.
Tell me magic.
I will show you magic, man.
Cast magic causes DDM summons demon, but he becomes drunkard too.
Alright.
And none of the coin tricks I know those aren't real. Actual
What do you want to...
What do you with a fireball? Prove that you're real.
I had a question I sort of wanted to ask, but I like the fireball too. I was going to ask if Cure Light Wounds can cure drunkenness.
It's
No,
not...
it's not a HP wounds. If
So
that
you
would
would
be
have
one
to
way
cure
to
Malady.
malady or
malady.
something. Yeah, so you don't have it yet. Damn it!
Yeah,
I was
so
going
you
to
would
love
Oh my
the
God.
idea of you just curing him into soberness and him realizing what he's been doing with his life.
I'm slowly starting to realize this is what I'm gonna have to do in my career.
Listen. Alright, you want to see some magic? Alright, I'm gonna show you magic. Check this out. Alright, I got an awesome idea. Ready? Alright, Ron begins backing up a little bit, he's swaying.
Scrunches up his face, get hit.
He's like, I can take it. Alright, it's just alright, get ready. Alright, you ready? It's gonna be awesome, alright?
I'm ready.
Ron can't sleep on him.
Yeah, so you can't see that. I'm ready.
Just slam.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ron just stumbles over and he's just magic, and he's gonna go ahead and take the keys off of him.
And now we go back to Alex and Mange and Solomon in the kitchen.
Yeah, you
Nowhere
take-
near as interesting.
You guys just face down on the table.
Come on, I
Well, one
apologize
on
for
the
taking so
table.
long.
It's good. That was good. You're fine. You're fine.
That was good. That was good.
I couldn't stop laughing.
This guy's gonna do
It's all part of the plan.
Magic.
Wait,
Yeah.
Zeech has joined narrative device.
Reach enjoys this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to encourage this somehow. Oh, fuck.
I got an idea. We'll get back to it in a sec. Let's cut over to you guys.
All right, that's fine. I'm gonna refill my water, lads.
You guys like head over to the kitchen bit. You can like pull up to the counter and go through. You can like get to the pantry. Yeah. What are you guys looking for?
Alex is just kind of
Anything edible.
going along with this, like closing her eyes because she doesn't want to see it because she knows she'll have to eat it.
Someone
Yeah, you guys
went
like
along
go over
to
to the pantry. You can see like barrels and crates and all that there, seeming like once stuffed with food, but most of them are like torn open and empty.
All right. We're going to scrounge around to find something that isn't empty and has food in it of some sort, whether or not be rotten or fresh. Can I do a detection
going to-
perception for that?
You don't really need to. I guess roll to see how long it takes you.
someone's going to help find out the.
I'm using a reroll to make it
that's-
take less time. We're using
Meanwhile,
rerolls on the
someone's-
dumbest shit.
It would have had advantage for Solomon helping, so you can take your reroll pullback.
And someone would actually use the help, and once they're done, he would help Alex find food that's not exactly completely rotten, so she doesn't get sick eating it, unlike him and Mage.
So you guys go looking through, and you open some, and you see some like things that might have like once been like an apple or something. Like there's like this crate that was probably once full of some kind of fruits or vegetables, but it's just like some mush in the bottom of it. But yeah, after a bit, you do find stuff that looks somewhat edible, like lumps and like clumps of cheese that is like 80% mold by now. You find some bits of what looks like some kind of jerky and stuff. After a bit,
Jerky
you
fucking
yeah,
can't
you do
stays. The jerky is
yeah, you
fine.
do a set. Fine. Yeah, you do
He
find
just
some
said
stuff
the
that's
cheese wasn't good.
And I'm just like, do I open my eyes? I don't know if I want to open my eyes because I'm
Not
gonna
yet.
have to
Good
see
smart meat.
eating.
Smoke meat.
And I'm like, and I just like slowly open my eyes, and I just like look
probably
in front of
smell
me.
it.
Solomon makes sure that the first thing Alex sees is the jerky.
All right. So, if how this works is, so basically,
Remember,
You
if
are
feel
basically mentally
a desire
controlled.
to consume your enemies. You feel a desire to eat your enemies. If you desire to like kill and then eat people that you want to kill, you feel a desire to eat everything that you see.
I
how
just
it
kind of, I kind of look forward, and I just go, oh.
You feel
Oh,
you feel
thank-
hungry, like your stomach's like like you feel like you could go for like some lunch or something, but you feel like I have to devour this. So, I could go for some jerky.
Meanwhile, in the background, you see Mange just like shoving some fucking jerky in his own
Yeah,
mouth.
shoving
and-
some apple-ish mush.
I'm going to go at the opposite end so I don't get all his fur all over my food, and I'm just going to start eating. I'm like, oh, I don't like that this tastes better.
Right, roll a
Alex.
luck con.
It's
The
preserved
jerky?
You guys find jerky that's been left there for 2 years.
It's jerky!
For a while, but not forever.
Yeah,
Keep
jerky
it
would
forever.
fucking hold.
I mean, not in Mordheim.
With like old salting methods? Hell yeah. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but Mordheim, it's not just decay. There's other shit in the air.
Yeah, that's true.
You can re-roll luck.
Alright.
Okay,
Nah,
so Solomon
nah.
also rolls a con,
just
I
gotta
guess, because
vomit
he's
it
also
up.
numbing. Oh,
Mange is the only one that deals with it well, I guess.
Solomon, you're a mutant. You're fine.
yay!
That's like part of your racial
Would that
thing.
be the same thing for me then? I don't actually have to really use
So-
that.
Yeah,
So what happens to Alec?
you'll find out.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm
You're
taking the
fine.
reroll. I'm taking the reroll.
The
I
jerky
don't like
tastes
that.
fine.
Nah, I'm taking the reroll. I'm
I
taking
don't
it.
think it's scary without having anything. Just find out.
Nope, I'm taking the reroll. I took the reroll. Screw you. I'm not
It goes
taking
down
that.
just fine.
It's the best way to make a PC scared if you don't have anything actually planned. Just like, oh, you'll find out later.
You'll
No,
find out
I
later
passed.
that
Fucking work.
nothing
I
happened.
passed. I passed. Fuck off.
Well, he can't. He's the GM.
Seems to be fine.
Huh?
Yeah, eating is a bit weird because you have to there's a lot more distance for your jaw to clear before you can actually bite, but it's very off-putting even for you to just eat. You're like, clang, clang,
Like,
clang.
not enjoying this.
Maine just looks at her and then looks at her jaw and says, "You didn't have to vomit up." You didn't. I'm trying to say it, but I can't fucking finish my sentence. You didn't happen to have to vomit up a chaos spawn. That's basically what Maine says.
It's like, alright, can we leave now? Or not leave, but just get out of this kitchen.
You go, Mange, eat more.
Alright, I'm leaving, and I'm coming back, and I see the legend Otis knocked out, which is, I'm assuming he's...
Yes, so you come out as you see Rowan doing a spell, and then notice face plants onto the table.
It's just with the piss water in hand, just like, I win!
Rowan,
You see
you
him
even know who you just killed!
Shut
Who
up!
won?
Yeah, you see Rowan go over and start to take the keys off of his belt. Then you only feel a hand grab you by the wrist. A small hand, as you look over to see Otis kind of head turned, one eye cracked open. He's like, "That's not so easy."
Hold on a minute. You're supposed to be asleep.
He has a hit die of like 6+ or some shit.
You see his eye flashes blue for a second. He's like, "It's not that simple. There's a plan." And he snatches his keys. Or he tries to grab the keys, tries to pull them out of your hand.
Can I roll acrobatics to try and...
Yeah, trying to resist it. Ooh, you are pretty good.
10?
Yeah, you succeed. So he tries to pull them and you're holding on. He's like, "Come on, they're my keys."
Listen, man.
You see his eyes have this slight blue glow, or at least one of them does because his head is still partially on the table.
I just kind of go over and I'm like, Rowan, I know how to handle this. I pull out my flask of fiery whiskey and I'm just like, here.
What is in there?
It's fiery whiskey, the dwarven kind.
Let me check.
I give it to him.
You give it to him, he sniffs it, drinks a bit, swirl around, it's like, "That's your shit."
How about in exchange for the keys? And as well as that, we've got a lot more stuff like that at our base. You want to come with us?
Tell you what, Warden said I couldn't give anybody the keys, but he didn't say I couldn't unlock shit for him. So follow you around and unlock them.
Alright. Plus, we've got way better stuff than what they've got here back at our place.
He takes the flask, puts it on his belt. He's like, "Can I have my keys?"
Rowan, would you please?
Ron begins mumbling to himself. I get it from here, and just throws the keys to him.
It's all part of God's plan.
Yes, but you don't. Yeah, but he also knows the way a bit better than us, and he might be useful back at base, provided we give him plenty of booze.
You see his sideburns, which are kind of stuck out normally, and that it's sprayed out in all directions, and looks like there's some kind of sticky liquid stuck to them, as well as part of his face.
I love how Zinch just influenced this drunkard.
Yeah, he did.
Where are we going?
We're heading to the warden's office.
Cool. I don't know where that is.
Looks very cockily says, "Oh, he knows where he's going, Alex.
I can eat your face off.
Do it!
At this point, I imagine the back door
You guys
to
left.
just burst
no,
open.
you guys went around, Derek's gone.
At this point,
What?
I just
It's a
this
main
microphone
turn,
is full of shit.
There's some look at
This full
Derek, and he's
shit.
just.
I just imagine the back door to the kitchen bursts open and Mange comes out with like his arms full of jerky.
Salman is much the same situation.
And me and Rowan are just fighting while this drunkard is holding this pair of keys with glowing blue eyes.
It's not a pair of keys. It's like a ring with like a good 100+ keys on it.
So yeah, you just come out to see that, and then I'm
Would
assuming
Solomon
Merrick
notice
and the
the
rest
blue
are just
glow?
like, and I'm assuming Merrick and the rest are just standing by watching this unfold.
Would Solomon be able to notice the blue glow for what it is?
Yeah, you could see a slight blue glow in his eyes, which would stand out to you as something potentially Zinchian.
Oh boy. Well, that's the worst one we could get helping us here. Or messing with us.
We got food. Mange turns to Derek. Lead us away.
He doesn't know where to go.
As you turn to where Derek was, he's gone. Because you guys left him alone.
Derek, damn you!
You guys
May.
scared the piss out of him and then left him alone.
We never got paid though. Mange just sort of smiles. Never paid. We didn't have that much gold on us anyway. Fuck you, pal.
Alright, well, Merrick, got any ideas?
Well, as you know, it's the place. I'd say the warden's office is a decent place to start. If nothing else, there might be a map.
Alright, I guess we're wandering again. Mange, you and me are up front. As always, let's go.
Yes, let's. Mange shoves another piece of jerky in his mouth.
Alright. We're on the road again. Do we find anything and how long does it take?
Yeah, so as you guys step out, start heading out, kind of, well, Otis kind of directing you along since you're heading for there. It's kind of pointing out different ways that you're going. Just a second, getting messages. Right.
Trigger. Nice.
Oh boy.
Let's see what
Everybody roll a perception.
Oh, I don't like when you say everybody roll a perception.
Oh, having a second head really helps.
No.
Perception.
Oh!
I'll notice it well enough. Including Rowan.
That's
Well, actually,
okay.
no, you don't need to roll it. Because something very obvious is about to happen.
Can we notice it before it happens?
No,
Prepare
but
an action and swing at whatever pops out of fucking nowhere.
roll a d10.
Will do.
10.
Oh no.
We have
That's
had
it.
so many DDMs so far.
This is interesting. Let me go find this thing.
Oh.
Just a second.
Marius, that was the dude with the glowing blue eyes. That was the effect of all part of the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I need to find a good token for this thing.
Oh joy. Oh joy. Let's go.
Another chaos spawn, you bet?
If it's a chaos spawn, I'd have a token for it.
Is it another doppelganger again?
Yeah, this will work.
Oh yeah.
As you guys are going down the hallway, and then you hear this crackling, breaking sound, like somebody's cracking an electric whip, and you see kind of appearing out of space and just in front of the group is this. What does it actually look like? It's an 8 foot tall, a natural merging of arthropod They appear as crab-like humanoids with tentacles where their mouths should be.
Oh, so we summoned
So-
dinner.
Yeah, as you see, a lobster man.
Rock lobster.
A lobster man.
Mhm.
We just alright. I assume there's no reasoning with this lobster man.
Yeah, as it appears and starts like snapping and clawing towards whoever's closest. And that'll be initiative.
Mange is going to scream at it. Ah! Okay.
No, wait, me and Alex are up front now, remember?
Yeah, so it's
I mean, Alex is up
Alex-
front now.
Mange and probably Joel because of I would assume Alex would insist on Joel up there as well. So swap skit scratch back a little bit.
Alex wouldn't insist on Joel. Joel would just kind of come along because of the thing.
Alright. So I need to roll initiative. for
Ah,
Mange.
crap. I forgot to click on my character, sorry.
Yeah, me too. Good game,
Right.
Mange.
Mange
Not
and
included.
Mama are both at the front.
Wait,
I
Siegfried
got
has to be back
19.
here because he has the rock.
Yeah, Siegfried can't be in range right now.
Yeah, Siegfried is further back.
Siegfried is trailing back. So Mama got a 20, but what was Mama's actual dex?
Yeah, you're more dexterous than Mama.
Alright, so I'm going before Mama.
Alright, I got a 19, bitches. Not as good as these guys, but better than this
The
thing.
lobster.
I'm gonna roll for my little dragon girl.
Okay.
I love that. It's just like a low resolution lobster in front of this entire party of obvious fantasy people. It's just like lobster.
So,
It's right there.
Just lobster.
Just
Here
lobster.
we go, now to make it to the
Lobster.
one that
Never roll
was
for
actually
crystal.
there.
so little Crystal rolled an 8. So she's not doing too hot.
Hey, she
There we
rolled
go,
less than I
fixed
did.
it. Go ahead and sort it. Should be able to sort the order now. And Mange is in from Mama, so it's my turn first. Mange
Mhm.
is going to. I'm assuming I have to step forward to hit it.
Yeah.
Boop. Mange is going to take out his axe and swing at the thing. Boop.
12 misses. You swing in your axe and it's going to skitter off of its chitinous hide.
All right. The offhand short sword does this.
Same thing, you can try to stab in there and just like scatter off of
So,
the
is it,
carrot.
so you were saying this is like a lobster person. It's a bipedal thing, right? Or
No, it's basically a crab in the shape of a human, effectively.
all
With
right.
tentacles are just like that size. It just looks dumb. Like that size.
Whip it with a tentacle, 9 acid damage. For 20.
Alright.
And that would be the entirety of my turn at this point.
Alright.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, here we go. Found a picture for it.
There
To
you
show
go.
you guys what it looks
Is that from a fucking
Yeah.
Fallout?
Fallout 3.
I thought so.
It's a Mirelurk.
Oh, that's what
And,
it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Okay.
His ear tentacle slaps into it and does seem to do something, but not as much as normal. So this
All
thing's
right,
hide
so
seems to
magic
resist.
again.
Yeah, Mama can't really do much other than throw a fire pot, so it's gonna hang back.
How far can she throw it again? He throw it again?
Yeah.
He?
He wouldn't want to. He wouldn't want to fill up this corridor with fire and smoke, and it doesn't look that tough. Plus, they'd have to throw it past all of the people and probably hit somebody in the back of the head.
Alright, try and eat the
And
lobster. It's a delicacy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so, since this is like an enemy, should I describe what Alex does, or should you?
So you just have this draw attack and have to do it. Exactly how she attacks is up to you.
She's like, ah, crap, and she she kind of goes, well, I mean, it's not the worst thing I'd have to eat.
You probably
Just feeling
perceive
this
this,
cup
unlike the
culture
other thing, you
eat it.
perceive this as really delicious looking.
Yeah, so
And
the
then-
thing pops out. It's basically like the scenes in like survival movies and that, where they see a person as like a steak. The thing comes out and you like see it on a plate with butter. It's like, oh god.
Oh, that
It
looks pretty
absolutely
good.
delicious, yeah.
hi.
I'm just I'm just going to bite into it, and I'm going to be like, please don't be something gross. Please don't be something gross. All right.
That's great.
Oh,
Do damage.
Yep, 22 hits. That's 11 damage. Yeah,
And it-
just go over, kind of grab it and bite into it, kind of crunching through the carapace. And it's looking hurt, but it's still up.
Oh, and I have an additional arm, so
You use your action to do the bite attack. That's your full attack.
That's your full turn.
oh,
yeah,
but I
that's
do have a
probably-
tentacle.
Yeah, you can
There's
tentacle
a
it if you
bonus
want.
action, yeah.
All right, let me see. Here we are. Let's do it. Oh, critical. What is critical?
Well, this thing's
tentacle do?
actually immune to critical hits.
Oh,
Damn it.
well. Either way,
It's just
still 5 damage.
Normal hit. Well, you need to roll the damage, or crit damage isn't done right. Why didn't none of you guys ever set your crit damage? D4 plus strength. So the crit damage is 6. So roll a D4. Yeah, roll a
The crit
D4.
damage on the tentacle is 8. I have it on mine.
Well, it's different because you have a different amount of strength.
yep.
Alright.
3.
They did 3 damage, halved to 1. Yeah, so you're gonna bite into it, the tentacle goes down and slaps onto it, trying to sear through it, but not doing a whole lot. Joel's gonna step up and punch it.
One punch.
Oh,
2
that's
punches.
right. That's me.
Yeah, D20 plus
Um,
3. Thing of, like, this result is really more of an inconvenience when you have a big party.
Oh.
Oh, that hits. Roll the damage.
Oh, let me roll the other one first, so I can just, And the other one... Oh.
He does a really nice hit and then falls on his ass.
Merrick can cancel that, but would he?
Considering it's already played, I don't think he would find it a significant
Yeah.
enough threat to worry about.
Yeah, he doesn't want to build up his DDM, so yeah, he won't cancel that. So roll the damage for the first one.
Okay. Again.
Is there a specific crit damage for punch?
Oh yeah, it's,
yeah, it's immune to
disarm,
it doesn't
knock
take
prone, or
crit
push...
damage.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's right.
immune to critical hits. Yeah, it is immune to critical hits. And that's only on a 19, he got a 20. So would nobody be max damage plus 1?
Alright, so this is the damage. 3 damage.
Alright. And then it gets a 3, and it gets a free attack on Joel. Yeah, he'll try and claw. That is a 19, so that will hit.
Yeah.
And 6 damage to Joel. He's down to 9.
You can get 6
Yeah.
damage, not 9 damage.
He needs to level up a bit.
He pinches him. Yeah, so he kind of punches it once, and as he goes through the one, it kind of brings up his pinches and clips his arm as he pulls it back. Merrick, you guys have got this. He's not wasting a spell.
got this.
Alex just fucking bit it, so it's going to go for you.
Oh.
16, so 21.
21.
3 damage.
3 damage? Alright.
Just take that on the
No, it kind of
tentacle,
pinches you.
for that much.
It like pinches you, and then the weird tentacle things come and try to, like, it's like going for your face. Almost like it's trying to, like, taste you or something. 17?
Nope. I have an armor class of 20, so that doesn't hit.
Yeah, so it starts, like, going for your face, and you, like, pull it, you, like, sort of, like, biting at the tentacles, and it pulls its head back. Skid scratch.
Alright, can Skid
So I'll say,
Scratch...
since you got corridors, moving through allies will be difficult terrain, but yeah, he's got enough movement.
Alright, so
Yeah, he can't get behind it and get next to it. He's gonna easy to kind of jump dies between Mange's legs.
And a swing from the skit scratch. It is a +4 to hit on his, I believe, yes.
He's down to 3 health.
That should hit.
Yeah, right. I don't think we need to bother the damages.
Minimum is 3.
Yeah, I got 30 actions left until we go back to its turn. Yeah. Yeah, so Skip Traction jumps on his back and starts just stabbing away at it until the thing just like collapses down and goes limp.
And then Alex.
Starts devouring it.
Yeah, he's like kind of like pulling off like chunks of the carapace to get at the like squishier flesh beneath and just slurping away at it.
And I just turn to Joel and I just say, it looks like in between bites, and I just go, it looks like lobster. What is it actually? Please tell me I'm not eating chaos spawn.
It's not a chaos spawn. It's a, well, I hesitate to say natural creature, but it's something you can find normally.
Aberration.
Okay, what is it?
So it's a cull. Don't worry, it's not poisonous or anything. You're fine. It's somewhat of a delicacy. Some in the border princes, I believe. It's rare, but they can.
She kind of sighs in
does
relief.
not know anything about this.
She
normally
sighs
cooked, but
she sighs in relief and she says, "Oh Lord, thanks, Slanesh."
Mage is actually stealing food now.
Claws in the tentacles.
What's?
I believe the main parts they eat are the claws, or more like the meat on the inside of them, as well as the tentacles. Although those are normally fried to get rid of the slime off of them.
But yeah, so once Alex is done eating, I'm assuming we're gonna keep going.
Yeah, you just spend a few minutes just devouring this thing.
Until
the
there's...
thing of, would Alex try to avoid eating the tentacles? Because Merrick mentioned that they normally get rid of the slime first.
We're going to assume that Mange takes those first.
So Mange, give me a luck will.
Can I do it at advantage because of being a Skaven?
No, because this is a slime on it. It's like basically a poison. Alright, you're fine.
I lose a luck from that, right?
Yep. On a failure, you would have gotten a minor madness.
Oh.
Alex continues to devour this thing, and then it's like, once it's gone, she's just like, all right, oh Lord,
let's go, man.
And you notice he's still hungry.
Still,
and then I think you fairly quickly notice Rowan is gone.
Rowan?
Oh no!
Rowan.
Yeah, do you guys want to look around after the fight and Rowan has vanished?
Did I eat Rowan?
Mange looks around and is just like,
that would be fucking hilarious.
Give me anti-magic rock.
Yeah.
I just kind of like start patting, like slapping my stomach. Rowan!
Mange walked over to her and is just like, no, you didn't eat Rowan. Mange would have noticed.
Yes,
Oh,
Rowan was
thank
behind
God.
us. If he transformed into that, he would have been behind us. He was at the back.
Okay, where the hell is Rowan?
Siegfried,
Merrick.
did you see him?
I wasn't paying attention. I was looking forward.
Merrick, did you see him? Did anyone see him?
Well, presumably he did a spell. I would assume some kind of teleport or invisibility, since we can't find him.
Well then, we have the
Mange
perfect
is
subject for it.
It's just like, wait. Where drunk man?
Oh, he's still with you guys. I just don't have a token for him.
All right, yeah. So
He was like near the back as well. He was like with Mary.
Did he stay at
Yeah,
cafeteria to get more booze?
I'm right here. I'm not that sure.
Did you see where Rowan went?
I can't see where my own toes are. And they're quite big and hairy.
That's fair enough.
Mange
All right.
looks at him and looks
I
at his
can't
eyes
keep
to see if he
track of
still
all
has
my
blue
hallucinations.
eyes.
I didn't
Still
hear
blue
either of
eyes.
you.
Does he still have blue eyes?
Yeah, there's still a slight blue glow to them.
Mange looks him square in the eyes. Does Mange understand what the blue eyes mean from, like, previous talks with Rowan or something?
Roll intelligent.
So probably not. Never mind, I got really lucky.
Yeah, you recognize her. You've seen Rowan occasionally have this blue glow around him, and yeah, you know a bit about the Chaos God, so it's something to do with possibly a possession or just some kind of connection with Zinch.
Mange looks the midget man, to as far as he would be concerned, square in the eyes and says, "Mr. Zinchi man, where mage friend?"
The name is Otis, and I can't keep track of all of my hallucinations.
You!
Huh? Who are you talking to?
Mange like grabs both sides of his head and stares straight into his eyes. Zinch, where mage man?
The name is Otis.
Mange, I don't think he has a direct connection to Zinch here.
Mange sort of just stares at him a little bit longer, his eyes are like slitting, really annoyed at this, and then just releases him and says, "Sorry, dork man."
And as you do that, you see he blinks. You see he blinks, and then his face clears up. It's kind of losing the red flush tinge to every drunk person. Kind of blinks and looks at you and goes, "The name is not Zinch. It is Anselus, fell Lord of Change. What is it that you want?"
Mange turns around and looks back at him and just sort of smiles wide and comes back up to him and says, "Where, Rowan?"
I do not know. The host wasn't looking.
Mange groans a little bit and just like, "Why everyone so
turned invisible.
useless?"
He turned invisible, but that is all that I can say.
I just kind of
Looks
say,
around.
Rowan, get your ass out here. It's not funny anymore.
"Rowan, miss you! Where, Rowan?" Mange looks around
Siegfried?
like frantically.
Siegfried, do you still have the magic rock?
The what?
The anti-magic rock.
Yeah,
Siegfried
Siegfried still has it. He's been hanging back from the party.
And Ron was between him and us, right?
So,
Yeah.
you go that way? And Mange points forward.
Alright, I guess we're going forward is the only direction we can go then.
Yeah, because I'm guessing none of these doors are open.
So, we head forward. Looking
Time to see if we
for
can find Rowan.
You see Otis blinks again and reopens his eyes and is like, "That was weird. We going?"
We're going.
Okay, to the warden or his office. Let's go.
Oh boy. Let's hope we didn't just leave Rowan to a fate worse than death.
You guys continue onwards.
None of us really have any, other than Rowan, have any real means to even remotely detect magic properly, do we?
Nope. Solomon has a very small chance of it, but that's really not because he has magic. That's because of his arcane lore.
I will butt in and say Siegfried does. He has his passive ability, but for now, I need to remain anonymous.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
But Siegfried is also in a fucking haze.
Yep.
And he's also holding the rock of no magic.
Mhm.
Yep.
Would that make it easier
So-
for him to see magic?
Hmm?
Would that make it easier for him to see magic at range?
It would make it impossible for him to detect any magic because there's no magic around him. You can only detect magic from close up. You can't like look across the way and see magic. It needs to be pretty close, within 5 foot.
I like how all of us, as soon as he didn't know anything, just ignored the fact that Otis is possessed by Ancinius, the Fell Lord of Change.
I mean, what did you expect him to be possessed by? The freaking spaghetti monster.
It's not one of. It's not Solomon's god that's possessing Otis, so he doesn't give much of a rat's ass.
Alex is too concerned about the fact that she has giant jaws now and that she's hideous.
Mange is going to
She's not hideous. She's beautiful.
Mange is going to stick around with and Otis / Ancinius and just sort of like glare at him every now and then. Otis is probably learning to really hate Mange for all the wrong reasons. And he'll learn to hate Mange for all the wrong reasons later on.
Man, look at me.
You have
Yes,
weird thing inside you.
You know, yeah. Actually, he wouldn't have said that. He'd be like, after you like stared at him for a while, he'd just been like, "You want a drink?" Like held up like this bottle.
Grabs the drink and sort of just looks at it and says, "What happened to your hands back? You have thing in here."
Off-brand. It's off-brand Bugman's. I think it makes you hallucinate.
You have thing in you. Mange not drunk.
I know it's got alcohol.
All right, let's cut that because we're not getting anywhere with that guy. Let's
Yeah,
keep
you guys-
going forward, hoping to find Rowan, hoping to find the warden's office.
You guys continue on, and after a few minutes, well, like 10, 15 minutes, you come up to the door and he's like, "Oh, that's the office." You guys see what looks like the most reinforced door you have seen in this place. Like, it's more reinforced than the prison doors.
What damn?
He's like, "No, which fucking key?" He goes up to the door and starts trying keys.
Oh boy.
And we're like, well, I guess we can look around here in the immediate area for Rowan. Hopefully pass by here.
Mange is going to go up to Siegfried and ask him for the rock back and say, "You can see shiny things, not normal shiny things, other shiny things."
Already 1200.
So, about 10 minutes later, what do you guys do for the next 10 minutes? Or at least testing keys.
Mange was going to bug Siegfried to start looking for magical sources and take the rock off of him.
He hands you the rocks and goes looking around, not really finding anything.
Alex is looking around for Rowan, kind of like, Rowan!
Solomon helps with his 2 heads.
Mange,
All the
without
practice
getting
you can get.
close to Siegfried, is going to go like cell to cell and open every door they can. If he can't open it, he'll bash it.
She's just like, Rowan, some Zinch guy told us that you're using invisibility. Come out already.
Nothing. What is this D1200?
That was for how many keys it took before he got to the right one. It's the 904 key.
Oh, shit.
1200 fucking keys?
Yeah, so yeah, he has a big ass fucking key ring. He has keys to every single cell on that floor.
Alright,
shit.
so, do we find Rowan?
No. So you're kind of looking around the nearby area. He doesn't seem to be anywhere nearby, or at least is not coming over.
Is just like,
I would like to look for snake tracks.
Mange takes the stone, and after a while of Siegfried not finding anything, just shoves it back into his hands and starts going back towards the cafeteria.
And I kind of like, I get an idea, and I look at Crystal, and I'm like, Crystal, listen, I know I don't look good, but I just want to ask you something. You can tell where I am even when you can't see me, right?
Yeah, they're not.
Okay. Well, can you go look for Rowan?
Nods again. He goes, like, takes off.
Good girl, Crystal. Mama loves you.
And Mange, you're heading back for the Nestle.
Yeah, we're going. Mange is gonna bring Skid Scratch with him.
Alright. Yeah, Mange and Skid Scratch head off. Solomon, Alex, you guys doing anything?
I'm hanging by this warden's office.
And to help her with surviving her trial, Solomon's going to stick close.
You guys just see Otis just testing every single key in the row. You know, testing it, flinging it to the other side, testing it, flinging it to the side, testing it. Just going through that. Occasionally he drops the thing, it's like, fucking hell! Needs to go back, pick it back up and try again.
Oh, Lord. How
So
long does it
introduce-
take?
It, like, a good 10 minutes later, he's still going. He's got 950 keys to get through. And he's not exactly the most dexterous state right now. Right, so, Mange, roll an
really
roll an intelligence. I'll give you an
Oh.
advantage since you're used to somewhat KV networks. So you're trying to retrace your steps.
I
And
would
then,
assume that I
these
was
people.
assuming that it was implied that I was still doing that fucking mark thing.
Oh,
outside
yeah.
the door.
Yeah, so you wouldn't really need to roll then. You could follow this back. And you're used to this. Yeah. You follow your way back and you get back to the cafeteria.
Alright, so we're gonna go into the cafeteria and look around, and basically, Mange is going to be like screaming out loud, Rowan! Rowan! And probably, assumably, Skid Scratch would join in and just gonna be going around the mess hall looking for him and just like screaming his name and looking under desks and looking in the kitchen and looking everywhere in there.
Well, would Mange use his 10 times volume collar?
Mange would look around for a little while and then sort of think about it and then remember that he has the color. Think about it a little bit. It has been long enough for me to reuse it.
Yeah, you've had a long rest in between.
Alright. So Mange taps said color and says, Rowan, where is you? Me miss you! And this is at like 10 times volume going throughout the facility at this point. And there's like the sound of high winds and shit because he can't sort of stop that part.
Yeah, so the rest of you hear, well, dimly, like barely making it out, you hear Mange just scream that.
It's like, well, at least we're not nearby him when he uses the damn collar.
Hey, it's useful. We know he's still alive.
Rowan, roll me a willpower or a toughness. Con, even.
Is it luck?
No, just willpower or con, not luck.
Nice.
Yes.
Right, you don't scream out in pain from having that.
Uh-oh.
So he's nearby.
Well, we got
So what's
I'm thinking of something worse.
Mange hears an invisible voice coming from the entrance of the cafeteria. I'm right here, you know.
Mange turns and looks and is looking like at the desk next to the closest like cafeteria desk
He's
next
like-
to the
he's
door and
like-
not at
Yeah, he's
He's
looking
like-
around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah! Wait a minute, Rowan!
I'm invisible.
Why invisible?
Because, well, considering our last fiasco here, I figured that I'd go exploring a bit. I wanted to go ahead and check out the rest of the prison before we went to the warden's office, but I knew that you guys were, well, on a different path. I want to go exploring a bit on my own.
Why not tell us?
Well, I didn't mean to go ahead and summon that creature, but I'm assuming that could have been a messenger on its own. Basically, I I just want to go ahead and do some exploring. You know, just out of the hair of... Rowan kind of sighs. Alex. Just... I want to go ahead, and I can handle myself, for now. You know, I understand that survivability is low in Mordheim, but just... I'll meet up with you guys eventually, or outside of the prison. I'll survive. I'll be fine.
Mange sort of scratches his ear a little bit, which has sort of become his nervous habit. Okay. Mange looks back and forth a little bit. Still not 100% sure on exactly where Rowan is, because he's obviously invisible and he can't see him, but he says, okay.
You can make out he's in the doorway.
Yeah.
You can hear him. You can get the general direction.
Yeah. Mange is going to sort of just look at the general direction of Rowan and say, okay, Mange, use symbol, you know how work, on left side wall, keep follow. When get back up to us.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate it, rat friend. If I do not come back, tell Skitry I love her. And with that, Rowan goes ahead and leaves the doorway.
Wait, not come back?
Alright.
Mange is going to
So-
look through the doorway and just like obviously not see him and just be like a little bit sad.
And I assume we cut back to this drunkard trying to unlock the door. And Alex is just like, oh my god. This is hell.
Oh, hell was the sewer.
I could deal with the sewer. I can't deal with this.
Hey, it's not a test.
Gonna get there. I just got some keys to go through. Yeah, that's it now.
Oh, Mange bag. Did you find him?
I'm guessing he's still trying to unlock it by the time he gets back, huh?
Yeah. He's got 900 keys to get through, and he's not very dexterous.
Not.
I think
He's only
gone
gotten through 54 of them.
No, he's got like 700 by the time Mange gets back.
And I'm just bashing my head against a wall. Why? Why?
I have a lot of keys.
I don't
Yes,
see. Oh, sorry. You were saying?
I was
He's
going
like,
to
I got a lot of
Alex doesn't see Mange when he gets back, but because she's busy pounding her head into the wall, like, please, why?
Ahem!
And I'm like, I look over. Oh,
Oh, come
hey,
back, Mage.
did you find our mage?
Rowan, fine. He said he'll be back. Mange sort of neglects to mention the part about not coming back.
And I said, well, then why the hell did he leave all of a sudden? He could have told us.
Rowan things. Mange smiles awkwardly.
Yeah, he did that before.
When has he done that before? I don't remember him doing something like that before. Why
He
the
did
hell
have
did
a
he do
brief
it?
trip out of town when he told himself a deal with a Nurgle demon.
Well, he at least told us then.
You got it. You guys heard
Oh,
the door unlocked.
Thank
Things open.
God.
Told ya.
And then there's a second door.
No. You see that it's like rubbing the key against his tooth. You see me in an attempt to mark it in some way.
Alright, so we go.
You guys
I'm like,
look over his
alright.
head to see what looks like basically an office. There's like a desk there, like a bookcase is kind of lining the walls.
And I just kind of look over to Merrick. Alright, Merrick, do your thing.
Mange doesn't immediately notice anything shiny, so he doesn't charge in.
Yeah, Merrick starts looking around. It's like, oh, I said I couldn't sense exactly where it is. You may as well all have a look. It's most likely somewhere in here.
Alright.
Bookcase, desk, all of
Solomon
that.
will take a look around with detection.
And as will I.
Oh,
Doing great.
Me
You're doing a
and
lot better.
Solomon got a great success, but he got a critical success.
Yeah. Yeah, so Solomon kind of looks around for a second, and then you notice some very faint like scrape marks along the wall. But like clearly one of the bookcases has been like turned. Like it was on a hinge.
Now the question remains, is it a secret mechanism or just them moving it by sheer force of, well, body?
It looks like somebody's like clearly like turned that bookcase like it's a door.
So
Yeah.
a rotating door of some sort.
You look like you
Yeah.
found something,
So this
Solomon.
is
What
like,
is
do you
it?
just
There's scrape marks on the floor by this bookcase. I'm trying to figure out if it's a mechanism or done by force. Ah, well, let's check out the bookcase. Might be one of these books.
Well, I guess I'm strong for once, so I can help you out.
Ah, I don't get to play with the books. He almost looks sad.
So what are you guys doing?
Maybe,
We're moving the bookcase.
He's just
assuming Mitch
he's, like,
eventually figures
books.
it out, yeah, he's gonna come over and help.
Oh yes.
What?
So whoever wants to do it can roll athletic strength with advantage.
That will be Solomon.
Oh, two great successes.
Let's go up, grab it, and just heave it open. You can see there's like a door behind it, just like a normal wooden door.
That's peculiar. I assume one of them goes to open it. If not, Alex will.
Solomon carefully takes hold of the door to see if it's locked or trapped because he's pretty defensive.
So what do you do as you as you go to the door? It's got like the normal twist handle. No lock that you can see. There's no like keyhole.
He's gonna quickly check the door open for anything that's super obvious. He's not a trained thief after all, but he does have two heads.
Yeah, roll it a detection.
Sweet.
Yeah. So you look over the door and nothing stands out. Nothing seems like a trap or anything.
Yeah, but one's never too careful, so he will still open the door with care. Well, at least check if it's locked.
Yeah, you turn the handle and it turns. So how are you
Okay.
opening it? Are you pulling or pushing? What are you doing?
He starts trying like pulling. And he's using his left hand so he has his tower shield in front of him.
You're like shield there, pulling the door. Nothing
Yeah.
happens.
Okay, then he tries pushing.
Okay.
Okay, and at this point, like, can I... Oh, sorry. Go on.
Yeah, you like pull on it and nothing happens, and you like okay, and you like push it, kind of like pushing it with the force and bringing up the shield just in case. And it all swings open, and you guys see a staircase leading down from it.
Does the staircase look dusty?
Yes.
Okay, it's not been used in a while.
I basically go, oh, that's right. And I kind of like, I don't think I can communicate via words, but I think I can communicate via feelings. Kind of telling Crystal to come on back.
Yeah. Yeah, you send that out, and you feel like she understands and is coming back. But she's probably going to be a bit.
Do you think we could...
Like 20 minutes.
Do you think we could wait a minute? Perhaps look around for a map in here while we're waiting? Need Crystal to get back here.
Yeah, sure. I'll help look.
Well, I'm assuming we kind of look around the warden's office for other stuff. A map, perhaps. Anything valuable, maybe.
You guys start looking around it. Roll the perception. Detection.
Another one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're looking for something.
You're actually looking for useful stuff, not just the door.
Alright, two great successes.
Damn, Solomon's been good
Alexander's
on
was better.
You guys go looking through the books and the drawers. And yes, so some of the books seem interesting. There's stuff on various topics. Yeah, basically any kind of like non-magical knowledge you could kind of wish for is in here. There's also a few drawers, which some of them are locked, but you could either try and pick or break the locks, or get Otis to try and use his keys.
Yeah, we're not doing that. I'm gonna try and pick one of these
I mean, he might
drawer
only
locks.
one by the time Crystal gets back.
No, I attempt to pick the lock.
Right, what do you think?
Great success. Why am I rolling all of these now?
Fine.
So, what have we found again?
D1.
What?
1D100. 2D100, actually. Right, 89. Yeah, so you can have like pick them open, and the first one that you pull open, you see he has kind of like a load of like papers and stuff on them, like long or like moth eaten away. You kind of like plopped on top of what the stuff that used to be papers. This like this like lead figurine about 2 inches big, depicting a young woman holding this like tentacled orb.
Huh. Alright, that might be useful. I pick it up.
As you pick it up, you hear this like very faint like whisperings coming from it. You can't make out what they're saying. It is saying something like if you got closer or something, maybe you could hear it.
I'm gonna get a bit closer to try to hear it.
Yeah, so you like lean in. Do you like put it up? Do you like put the thing up to your ear?
I'm gonna ask Solomon if I should do that first. Solomon, this thing is whispering. Should I listen to it?
Let me check. Solomon's going to check it over.
I'm gonna let him listen to the whispers first.
So would this be a secret or arcane?
It's saying something.
Oh, you
Well, so
cut
you
out.
can look at it. It's definitely magical. Like you don't really need to roll for that. With the fact that it's a small figurine that's whispering, it's obviously magical in some ways. But like exactly what kind, you wouldn't really be able to tell without listening to what it's saying. And it's like it's quiet enough that you'd have to like have it up to your ear to be able to hear it and understand the mutterings.
Slightly better with what Skaven hearing he has.
Maybe.
No, it's like very soft muttering. And you'd have to like bring it up and be like, okay, what kind of like a shell kind of thing? You gotta have it on your ear to hear it.
All right.
I'm going to say I'm going to like put it in my bag, and I'm gonna go maybe later.
I was going to say I take the hit if it hits my head.
I assume like Solomon's kind of like no, I can listen to it or something like that.
I can take the hit if it hurts me. Hopefully.
And I'm like, all right. I hand the lead figurine to him, but if it's useful, let me have it because I found it.
You're right on that. Let's check what this little thing is going to whisper my mind to ruins with.
You like pick it up and hold it up to your ear, and as you do, you feel like the little like tentacles coming off the orb seems to like almost like grab around your ear, like not like forcibly grabbing you or anything. It's like kind of almost like caressing your ear. And roll me a D2.
A what? D2?
A D2. Right, 1. It starts whispering stuff to you, and you can add on to your sheet useful information, and you can basically turn that in at any point to be like, okay, I know this. It's like the statue told me.
So what's the deal, Solomon?
And also give me a luck will.
Come on, scrolling. Stop messing with me.
It's fine.
Yeah, drop your luck, and you can add that knowledge. kind of thing. So any one point
Yeah.
you can have that in, like, yeah, the statue told me about this. And then you hear the muttering from it stops.
So I
Okay.
So I
On my
kinda go-
sheet, I'm calling it useful info, one use only.
I kind of turn to Solomon. So what was it?
It seems to be a statue that's 50-50 about us getting useful information or lies, and it's definitely fucking with our head at the same time. Useful but dangerous.
Right. Well,
There you go.
could I have it back?
Yeah, he's already handing it back.
All right.
As you get it back in here, it's not muttering anything anymore. It's gone quiet.
Oh, and it seems to have a
Fair enough.
cooldown period.
You can see that the tentacles on the orb are like slowly moving.
All right. I put it in my bag and I go. All right. What's in drawer number 2?
Let's check. Oh, and by the way, that statue likes to caress your ear. Maybe it's gonna rip a bit off. Be careful.
Okay. And roll me the 2d100 for what's in the other one. I'm rolling twice because the first one of them might not work. I'd be like, a harp, and it's like that wouldn't fit in there. $81. Alright, so yeah, you open up the other one and you see like you see actually a collection of like pouches. Seemingly
Pouch?
filled with stuff. Yeah, like
I
about
kind
like
of-
gold pouch size.
I kind
Kind
of
of start with
I,
pouch gold in.
all right. I inspect them. I'm like,
You pick them up and you start checking them, and most of them seem to have like gold pieces in them. But as you like open them and set them to the side, you just one of them as you open up it seems to be filled with coal. It's like very small lumps of coal.
oh. And
Yeah,
first of all, I'm putting these gold pouches in my bag before Mange can get to them. Because I know how you fucking are. But then
Yeah,
I'm
the
going
two-
to
Can I roll a detection to see if I hear the sound of shiny things moving?
I will chop your arm off. This is
I
mine.
notice?
Fuck off.
Yeah, you would notice that like getting pouches out.
Mage scurries over and starts looking.
I
What
say,
is that?
no, Mange, my fine.
Mage sort of pouts and goes back to his corner.
I basically say, here's 50, because you're a leader. And I give him 50 gold from it.
Mage takes it and starts going to the corner.
Yeah, so it's like
Don't
4
make sure it's
pouches,
actually
each of
50.
which seems to have about 50 gold in it, plus one filled with coal.
So I give him one of the pouches. Alright, and I'm like, okay, now what is this pouch of coal? And I try to inspect the coal or something.
Roll perception detection.
We're looting drawers in the dude.
Yeah.
No, not that one. My bad. I
That's
saw it.
persuasion,
text.
charisma, perception detection.
Okay, there we go. That's a lot better.
Perception detection.
Yeah, so you start like looking into that and you notice some of the coal seems to have like tiny little bite marks taken out of it. Like something very tiny has been biting the coal.
It is I kind of like I kind of like take one of the
And as you're
little
holding it, you
pouches,
can feel the pouch moving very slightly.
and I'm like, something moving in this pouch, guys.
Yes?
I don't really want to get infected by whatever's in there, so could you check out what it is, Solomon, please?
Can I do
Yes, sure.
I
Hand
am-
it to a Myrtle.
Can I do an animal lore to see if Mange knows anything about animals that eat coal?
This would not be an animal.
I
Ooh,
hand the bag
arcane it
to
listens to.
Nothing this small that you would know of that would like fit in a pouch and then eat coal.
I give it to Solomon. This time, just tell me if it's dangerous.
If I know about it, I will tell you.
You like take the bag and gonna look into it and you see the bite marks in the coal and you're like, huh, that's weird. And after a second you see me like climbing up through the cold. See this tiny little creature, like about the size of a fingernail. This thing that almost seems to look like it's made out of rocks. With these like 3 arms, 3 legs, and a mouth on the top of it. It's like climb on top of the pile. And, like leans backwards to look up at you with this one eye. And
that's an
reaches
adorable
out, picks
little
up one of the coal, like sets it on the teeth, and starts chewing away.
Well, there's Solomon's pet.
And Solomon, you can roll an arcane lore to see if you know what this is.
Hey!
This is something called a Zornling, although, this is a lot smaller than they tend to be. They tend to be like about the size of a hand. This one might be a baby, it might just be very, very tiny for some reason. Maybe magically shrunk or something. But yeah, they're just tiny little creatures that eat like rocks and metals and minerals and stuff. And they can subsist on basically anything. It's like, it's just like it's been eating coal, but it likes other things as well. Basically any kind of mineral or metal that they can get, they like.
I just kind of look at it and I'm like, oh, pretty cool.
What are they usually used for by people who keep them?
Not many people keep them. When they do, it tends to be for like people in mines and stuff, just like get rid of like fool's gold and stuff like that they don't want. They don't tend to be kept as pets very often. It's more like a curiosity for wizards. Keep them as kind of like pet / garbage disposal.
I'm like, well, I don't really have much use for the little guy, as cute as he is. You want to keep him, Solomon?
Yeah, I'm sure I can find a use for them sometime.
Alright.
Nothing else to help keep the base clean.
Fair enough. I'm like, alright, are there any other drawers that I find, or is it just those 2?
But those are the 2 locked ones, and the other ones either empty or it's just covered in like mold and stuff. Nothing that's super interesting.
But that was all she found. What does Solomon find?
Yeah, you kind of look around the bookshelves and you can see a book on basically like any kind of mundane knowledge you could ever want to know. It's kind of like stacked around in here. You'd find like a marble bust, like a statue at the back, which would probably be fairly vital. It's like a statue of a person who you're not sure entirely who it is. Perhaps like one of the emperors, but you didn't exactly keep up on the emperors.
Yeah, no, I live in the sewers. Why would I keep check on those people? They do nothing for me.
And I'm kind of like, I hear this and I'm like, here, let me look at it.
Yeah, sure. He hands over the book.
But it's a marble bust at the back. It's a marble bust and then the bookshelf is filled with books.
I kind of look at the thing. Do I recognize it?
The bust is of the emperor. Not the current one, because there is no current emperor, of the last one. Yeah.
And I
the
just
empire
say,
is in so much of a civil war currently to figure out who's going to be the next emperor.
looks like an old emperor, not the current one. Fucking civil war, but an emperor.
Well,
Man,
sucks to be that guy then. And that was all he found. A book, a bust, and that was it?
Yeah. There wasn't a whole lot to find in here. Except search the drawer.
What was the book called?
No, it's basically like the bookshelves is filled with books. It's like if you wanted something on any particular topic, you could get it.
And I'm like, I hear this and I'm like, ooh, hold on. And I look for a book on seduction.
It's like you wouldn't find one on seduction, but you'd find like effectively like the Kama Sutra. Effectively that.
What?
Solomon's going to look for medical books.
It's like sex from an academic standpoint, effectively.
Pretty much.
Seduction from an academic standpoint. So what do I put it in my inventory when I take it?
You can basically put it as the Kama Sutra, and then you can look up what that is.
The comma.
Yep.
You need to spell that for me.
I will. Here you go.
Kama Sutra. Sorry, no R.
First, you don't know what that is.
Yeah, considering there's.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have an R in it. Yeah, that's right.
Like,
That's my bad.
Different fucking sex poses on it.
I'm like, ooh, this might be useful. Might have to study up a bit.
Someone's going to take medical books in general. He's going to study up on making plagues and helping his teammate not catch the whole fucking shit. He's gonna be making fun stuff.
There you guys. So you like search the room. After a bit, Crystal comes back.
I'm surprised
And he
Mage
goes-
didn't look for a book on gold and economics.
You say that like Mage can read. Bold of you to assume he can read.
I'm actually finding it fun. People are not reacting at all that Solomon can read. He's a
I'm
fucking
like-
sewer mutant.
And I'm like, does he say that out loud?
No.
No, he just started looking on the books.
Alex doesn't like really consider it. She doesn't really know how these mutants work, and as well as that, he's a priest, so she assumes he's pretty smart. Anyways, Crystal comes back and she's like, "All right, honey, let's go downstairs. I think we found this." And I'm
Finally.
like, and I'm go back to Merrick, and I'm like, "This is the place we're looking for, right?"
Unless they have a second secret entrance leading down.
Well, let's go.
You guys start heading down the stairs.
And I assume this is
Here we
go.
That is the point that I have planned up to. So then we'll cut over to Rowan. As
Ew.
you're just searching around. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Oh, I sent you what I was searching for, dear friend.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
I
muting
didn't
up.
read to it.
He's looking for something, all
Yeah.
right.
So you start heading around. So as you start moving around, you hear from you're kind of going around, and from one of the cells, you hear this like clanking, rattling, and almost growling sound. Almost sound like there's like a wolf tied up in there or something, or chained up in there.
Everyone's going to stealthily approach. I'm guessing invisibility is still active.
Yeah, it lasts for an hour, right?
It lasts for 40 minutes because I rolled a 4.
Yeah, this is about 20 minutes later.
All right. I'll go ahead and do the blop.
Yeah, you come up to the door and you hear that like rattling, and that kind of like seems to like slow down and then stop, but doesn't seem to be in response to you. Just seems to be calming down on its own.
Is there a cell window that I can look into?
Yeah, there's like a slot. There's like a slot at roughly eye level. You'd have to kind of like slink down a bit since you're a lot taller than most people now.
Yeah,
There's
I'll
also
go.
one at about ground level where they would presumably like, slide in food trays.
I will go ahead and view the little slot that's above the ground level one.
Does Rowan have a kind of light on him?
Rowan does have his soul lamp. That's right. You can pull it out if you're delicious.
So you bring up the soul lantern, shine it through. It's like, thankfully, the lantern invisible. The light that it casts is not invisible. So you like shine it through the light, and you see kind of like and you see a place that looks like any other kind of cell that you've seen. There's like a bed, a bucket, but you see kind of like sat on the floor in between the two is this very ragged kind of the prison uniform like shredded up like he's worn it for way too long. A very scruffy, very hairy man, like massive bushy beard, hair kind of massively long and thick, kind of sprouting out in all directions. He looks incredibly thin, and you can see he is chained via his ankles to the wall. He's just like, kind of sat there, slumped down, seemingly after doing something, but slowing down and stopping a minute ago.
Is the chain intact at the moment?
Yes, it looks to be.
All right,
It's
and
like a few bits where it seems to have been scratched a fair bit, but like nowhere it's actually breaking.
all right. Does he react at all to the light coming in?
Oh yeah, yeah. So as the light comes on, you see like the head kind of like squints and turns to the side, and then kind of blinks and looks up. You're like, what the fuck? Who's there?
I should ask the same.
Look, I'm Jake. Who are you? What?
I'm a man that goes by many names, but let's just hope that.
You know, God has been. You're here. You gonna let me out?
That depends. Why were you locked up here?
For what I am.
A lycanthrope?
He's like, the hairiness give it away.
The chain. Well, I'm guessing you've been here for quite a long time, haven't you?
Well, I can't exactly count the days, but yeah.
Do you know exactly, well, I'm guessing that because you're locked up here, you don't have full control over, your abilities yet, do you now?
I can control it enough. You just lock you in for being what you are. He's like head slumping forward like he's gonna pass out.
That sounds like the Empire, all right. I'll give it that. Ignorance is bliss, they say.
Do you have anything to eat?
Yeah, I got some rations, buddy. Ron will go ahead and throw in some rations that he had.
Yeah, you can like slide it open and throw the jerky, and he grabs it and just tears it apart.
So, Jake was your name, correct?
Jake Bloodright.
Never thought I'd meet a werewolf before, but tell you what, if you're willing to accompany me along these paths, along the prison, maybe show me anything of either value or interest, I'll say you earned your freedom. After all, from being locked up here for this long time.
It's a prison. There's not much of value. Anything that was of value had been taken when the rest escaped.
I doubt that.
For me.
Oh, come on now. I'm a adventurer. I like to explore, see what's bothers me, or sees what tickles my fancy. Hell, I found a ghost badger and returned it to its owner, who passed away. It's quite interesting, really. Rowan begins chuckling to himself. Yeah, I'm quite.
Don't have much to lay out. Been in the cell.
Oh, trust me.
How long? I'll do what I can.
Very well then. And tell you what, if you're willing, or if you'd like, after we get out of here, I stay with the warband. We mind if I actually go ahead and roll like insight to see if he's at all like kind of point A bluffs or anything like that.
Sure.
Right.
You can always roll insight.
Yeah.
Yeah. He seems like fairly desperate to get out. And like from the skinniness of him and the fact that it's been about 2 years, he should have starved to death by all means. So there's something that he's not telling you, but he seems very earnest in wanting to get out and willing to do basically whatever to do it.
All right. Well, the question is, well, we also do have, I am a part of a war band, a very powerful one, that is currently searching this prison. If you wish to accompany me, you may also wish to join us after this, or we could cut paths after this prison. But for now, you and I shall stick together.
Never want to fight.
What did you say, Zach?
He seems like almost like he's telling himself, but he's saying like, I didn't want to fight. I never wanted to fight.
You don't have to fight just yet. Calm yourself. I'm sure that we'll be able to sneak around most of the prison, but I'm saying in a pinch.
In a pinch, I can.
One last thing. How have you been alive, in the sense? You should have starved to death quite a while ago.
Yeah. Shut up. Not doing a mercy. Curse where I am. don't know what I have to do to remove it, but I can't die until then. At least not in the normal ways.
Well, I am knowledgeable in magic and curses. I might be able to help you out there if you're either willing to die or willing to get this thing removed. I can certainly do what I can.
Whichever.
Well, do then. Rowan will go ahead and I'm guessing the door is locked from.
The door is locked.
All right, Rowan will go ahead and pull out his lock picking kit, and he will attempt to unlock it.
You go at it, and it's a tough lock. But after a couple of minutes, you unlock it.
And is this?
He kind of looks up as it comes in. His eyes like heavily did, like he's like stopping him, trying to stop himself from passing out.
Take some deep breaths, friends. Freedom is almost awaits. And he's gonna go ahead and is the chain stuck? Just is there a lock on his leg?
A manacle around one of his wrists and is attached to the wall. Be like a hook that comes out from the wall.
All right,
like a semicircle thing sticking out of the wall, which it's like hooked onto.
Okay. It's not locked in, it's like metal welded shut, right?
Yeah, it's like welded shut to hold him to the wall.
Alright.
If they ever intended to let him out of the cell.
Rowan is going to go ahead and use also his foresight to try and find a like rusted bit in it, hoping to like give it a proper with his his staff.
You don't really need to do that. You can kind of just have a look at it for a second because you don't need to roll for everything.
Okay.
Yeah, you can like set down a light and have a look at it. You see, like near the ankle, it's like very like a cut apart and like there's several like chunks taken out of it. It seems like he's like probably wolfed out and like bit at it a lot. You see quite a lot of scars around his ankle as well as a big burn like around where it's connected, where it's attached to him.
Would it be alright if I went ahead and hit it or tried to like with my magical staff just whack?
Magical staff is just you hit something, you can't really cut through anything with it.
Then I'll
the demons because it's cold iron.
Yeah. Allow me to check through my things. I do have claws. Not sure how much those might be help.
They probably have about as much use as his were. It just seems somewhat, but not enough to really break through it.
And then would it be possible to like use strength to possibly I'm guessing since he's wolfed out this thing has been meant to hold him.
He also looks very thin. So he might not be that strong.
Alright. I'll attempt to break it at the weak point then.
Basically just skin and bones. Like he looks like a person that starved to death and has died. He just hasn't died yet.
I'll go ahead and I will attempt to break the weaker point of the what do you call it? Of the chain. That's it.
Yeah.
Would you like me to roll strength? Would you like me to roll weapon?
Athletics if you have it. Athletics strength.
I do.
Why do you have athletics?
Because I went ahead and picked it up somehow? I don't fucking know. Oh yeah, because of the foresight thing. Hey!
Yeah. Yes, you get like kind of like using your claws and like catching it and then twisting it around and like using your knowledge of all this and seeing the weak points. You like it takes you some time and a lot of strain, but you do manage to like rip and pull it and tink, and you manage to unhook it. And it's there, so connected by like it's like the manacle and like one and a half chain link still attached to it. Didn't actually be able to do it.
Listen, if this is the part where you go ahead and attack me, just realize it will not go well for you.
I don't think I could really like kill a rabbit right now.
Well, I'm glad that you're still either sane or smart.
Can't do it during the day anyway. I assume it's day because I haven't gone yet.
At this point, Rowan's going to go ahead and he's going to dispel his invisibility. It's just as the snake-like being just appears in front of him, probably over him. That's 6'11". It's just now a pleasure to meet you, Jake.
And looks up. Okay.
My name is Rowan Garladon. I am a shadow mage of Zinch, but, well, let's just say that we're going to be great partners. Rowan sticks out his hand. Or like a handshake.
Takes your hand and... Yeah, he takes your hand and... Let's say if he's like... He takes your hand, like, seems like he's trying to stop pulling himself up, but then realizes you're doing a handshake and kind of slops back down and shakes your hand.
Yeah. Well, I did come from the cafeteria, but I'm not sure how hungry you could eat. So we could either go back there and keep exploring, or we could continue onward. I'm looking for the...
Since, well, the prison break, whenever that was.
All right. We'll head back there for a little bit, and then I need to go ahead and try and find either the guard post or maybe some higher security areas. Looking for, well, a lot of magical essence around here. Maybe some things that the meteor might have made a few things. How you say, animated with the winds.
Not a lot of stray magic in this place. Something keeps it down.
Well, considering that I saw a demon, let's try and find the cracks in that, shall we? Come, let's get you some food. And Ron, like, kind of pats him on the back.
So as you pat him on the back, you just feel like bone as you pat him. Like you can feel his spine.
he goes ahead and gives him like some rations, just like
more jerk. Usually stuff like chewing on. I'm seeing like having to like use all of his willpower not to wolf it down, just kind of like going slower to make it last.
Yeah. But yeah, Rowan is going to try and take him back to the cafeteria, stealthing his way the best he can. And not sure if you want to do anything after that, but I think that's a good place to end it if you want.
It's a good place to finish up with that lot heading downstairs and you kind of heading back to the cafeteria with your new wolf friend.
Thanks for watching! Now you gotta do that thing with the thumbs up and the subscribble. Oh, and ding that bell super hard! Share this with your friends too, and watch some other videos as well. Bye-bye!